Is
Oh, live?
we're live.
Hello, good viewers. Welcome to the stream. We are GameDayHype, a silly group of friends who played D&D together and thought, what if we let a live audience decide if we really are that silly? We shall be taking you through Curse of Strahd, a gothic horror module set in the dark land of Barovia, home to Count Strahd Von Zarovich. A small reminder to our viewers, there will be module spoilers ahead, but if you already know the spoilers, don't tell us. Let us walk into our dooms. Keep all limbs inside the module at all times, and only food and drink from a licensed mixed straw is permitted within the module. And most importantly, don't touch the frog.
Oh.
Now, if you've never watched us before, or you just like us hearing do these bits, allow me to introduce our players and the characters they shall be playing. First off, our most important actor, our beloved dungeon master, Zach. He shall be playing a wide variety of characters, from monsters to miscreants to maidens, and rearing in all of our shenanigans. Zach, without spoiling anything, when will, do the,
If you're asking for when Lysanders has his next appointment with a man, I can't confirm or deny when that may or may not be.
Oh, God.
Other than that, nothing is certain.
Good to know. Next up, played by the delightful Ray, is Lysander Gamalfin, a brilliant, if neurotic, student of chronomancy. Lysander reminds me of a fancy pocket watch. He's elegant looking, he keeps things on schedule, and he gets wound up if you screw him with a long rod. Lysander, as an expert of the nuances of time, how late is fashionably late?
But the nuances of time, yeah, for sure.
That's a good question, Lysander. How late is fashionably late?
It depends on the dick appointment. I mean, the occasion.
Thank you, Lysander. Next, played by the ever-lovely Arya, is Anya Lioncrest. Anya is boisterous, confident, bad-loving, and tall. Like, really tall. She's almost as tall as her titles are long. Anya, what is best weather to crush your enemies in?
The best weather to crush enemies in is when it is cold and windy and raining, because not only does that help to add to the despair as their soul is leaving their bodies, but then, they freeze over, they get stuck underground, and nobody finds them for years, and you're scot-free. Bye!
Thank you, Arya. Next, played by the ever-stoic Hawk, is Vesper, our resident pirate, and a firm believer of what a knife to the gut can't fix, a right hook will. He's also a man of few words. Very few words. Is there anything you'd like to say, Vesper? Like, anything at all? Say something. And there you have it. Next up, played by the lively and lovely Mead, is Belagor Brightblade. Belagor is a 50-year-old... Wait, that's not right. 40-year-old... No, that's not right either. 30-year-old... You sure that's right? 30-year-old cleric of Lathander, a.k.a. the Morning Lord, a.k.a. Dawn Daddy.
Dawn Daddy!
Belagor, how can I repent for that Morning Lord joke?
Well, you get on your knees, you clasp your holy symbol, and you say the Morning Lord's Prayer 15 times, and then you flagellate yourself with whatever weapon you have available.
Sorry, Lysander totally checked out after you said get on your knees. Can you repeat that?
Yep.
No. Just skip to the step where you flagellate yourself with your weapon.
Too late.
And finally, I, Thorn, shall be playing the ever-unnerving but well-meaning Gwendolyn Fawn. Who needs friends when you can socialize with animals in a cult-like upbringing? That's not unhealthy at all. With introductions out of the way, let us give the floor to the man behind the DM screen. We hope you enjoy watching as much as we enjoy playing. And remember, don't touch the frog.
Woohoo!
All right, very cool. So, does anybody want to give a fairly brief sort of, recap of what happened last game? Again, we're keeping it a little bit brief, and I recommend anybody who does not have inspiration to go for it. So, who would like to try?
I have inspiration already, so I'll let someone else take
same.
over.
Same.
So what you're saying is I have been too liberal with giving out inspiration.
Or we've
Yeah, it's
just
kinda
been
common
hoarding
now.
it because we know how you are and we know we're
Well-
gonna need it.
Yeah, we all got inspiration for the circus thing, and we didn't really have any occasion to have to use it up until
Fine,
now.
then I shall just do all the work as usual. um, but anyways, so what happened last time is that the party performed their circus tricks on performing and performances and such for the people to basically take one of the shifts off of the bearded lady's shoulders and to essentially get the dress made. After that point, they started asking around. They found out about a couple of different plots within Vallaki. Essentially, a lot of people actually are not happy with these festivals at all. This seems to be a sideshow to basically be like, aha, don't look at the horror stuff. Aha, please, please look away. No war in Bossing Day. Haha. And as well as apparently the sacred bones of a saint that is probably the only reason that Vallaki is like, still standing are missing. The bones of Saint Andrew. And the party basically went back and said, we'll come back here to try and maybe figure this out because we need to get this dress pronto. And so, with all due haste, the party made their way across. They fought some wolves along the way, and finally got to Krezk itself. It's even more depressing than it was before because probably people just buried their dead, and the party traveled there with the bodies of the dead. Hoping that perhaps the abbot might be able to resurrect the late burgomaster's wife, or the burgomaster himself, for that matter. But we'll see. And the party ended up going up the mountain, bringing the dress to the abbot, and then they see who the messenger it was that was there to basically grab Vasilka in this dress. Well, when I say grab, I mean decapitate. Then take the dress. Because that's what he did, and his name was Rahadin, or Rahadin, however you wish to say it. And he also left for them an invitation to dine at Strahd's castle, Castle Ravenloft, in approximately 3 days. However, one addendum to it I will make. The addendum is that he would say you will be allowed / told to wait in Vallaki for 1 day, because that is where the dress attire for yourselves will be given. So, but then as you all were kind of, getting ready and all that, and kind of just like taking a breath from the absolute scary crap that just happened, the abbot came in and started spouting a bunch of hysterical nonsense about needing more parts and needing to start over and throwing Vasilka's body into the fire. So that's where we're picking up. So I will unpause the game.
Just to confirm, when he said when Strahd invited us to dine with him, are you sure that wasn't a typo and he actually said to die with him?
You know what? I can't confirm or deny whether or not Strahd uses Grammarly.
And Strahd's spell.
But yeah, so right now the abbot is like humming to himself, and also you're hearing outside that a bunch of the mongrel folk are howling, hooting, and calling. And it's making a quite disturbing noise all throughout the abbey. It's like it's this weird mix of just different animal noises all throughout the abbey, and it's like blood curdling screams, like as if they're dying.
Abbot?
No time at all. No time at all.
Abbot? Take it.
Right, well, we'll just be taking our leave then. Thank you for a wonderful evening.
Abbot, take a breath.
No breath. No breath for the wicked. There is no time. No time at all.
Abbot,
Abbot, wait.
calm down. We need to talk.
And he says, "What? What is there to discuss?" Vasilka was improper in her form. I don't know why I thought that she would have worked. She was too imperfect. The hair color, wrong. Her size, wrong. Nothing about it struck the ability to try and bring Strahd to the light. None of it was correct. I must start over.
I think none of it was correct because she was made up of multiple bodies. And
As
like,
you said. Continue.
and I don't think that is maybe what Strahd was looking for in a woman.
As you say that, you hear like the crackling of her bones in the fire. Just
Ugh.
Ooh.
Didn't like that.
Have
Like,
it. To be honest, I don't think there was ever going to be a right answer.
no, you're wrong.
Strahd. I don't think. I think he just wants to string you along to play these games and have you do things for him, and then
No.
just dash your hopes.
He's not the one who approached me. I approached him. I told him that I could do this. I'm the one who will save Barovia right now by bringing him to the light. You wish to fight a conventional battle with this Strahd when that is a foolhardy gesture. I tried.
maybe he
wait.
does this because he wants you preoccupied with an impossible task because he knows you are someone to be feared.
Wait, you fought Strahd.
Yes, I did.
Well, when? Why? How?
What do you mean, when and why? To free Barovia, of course. To lift the darkness. However, I learned, like most, that fighting Strahd is a losing battle. Fighting him conventionally. That is why the true source of Barovia is his suffering. If he finds relief, that way we will be able to free him. And that way Barovia itself will be free too.
I don't know how to relieve Strahd of his suffering. But right now, there are people out there that are suffering. And they need relief as just as much.
And he says, yes, I know, my flock has been suffering much these days. As he does this, he opens up the door. And he says, you may all leave now. You've seen to the disposition of our deal, and you may all leave my abode. I have work to do. Belagor?
There is one other matter we were hoping you could help us with.
What? What is it?
The burgomaster and his wife have been slain. We'd rather the boy didn't grow up without his parents. If you could revive one or even both of them, it would be a great help to Krezk.
And he says, did you bring bodies?
We did. They're down in the village. We can bring them up if you'd prefer not to go to them.
I think maybe he should go to them, Belagor.
I think maybe he should just stay away from bodies right now.
And he says, what I need are parts. You can bring them. Bring all the bodies that you had. Bring them up here.
On second thought, perhaps a conventional burial might be just the thing for the burgomaster. Right, guy?
And as he steps out, Gwen, are you still trying to follow with him a little bit?
I am following you.
You notice that the courtyard is starting to fill with some of the mongrel folk as they're stepping out of their pens as they've been opened.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Oh no. Yeah, you see Gwen just steps out, looks to the left and right, and just looks back to the party with like wide eyes, like, guys.
We
Now that the Abbott's finally vacated this room, since the first time I've been here, Vesper wants to snatch this plate on top of the mantle.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
Let me pull up the book to see how much that's worth. Out of all the things.
So good.
As a man of opportunity.
My god.
Oh my god. Sorry. Oh my goodness. It's a sun disk. And it's hanging above there. Oh my god. So as you move. Do you just have a ton of luck, Vesper? Are you like I'm serious? Oh my god. So I'm going to reveal what treasure is there, and then we will continue. The golden sun disk hanging above the fireplace is worth 750 gold.
Oh my god.
Taking the
My god.
disc off the wall reveals a niche that contains a potion of superior healing.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
So go ahead, add that disc to your inventory and a potion of superior healing.
Oh my gosh. First the bedpost, now this.
Yeah. For those of you who don't know, this first started when he accidentally kicked over a bedpost and opened up the fucking Mardikov's treasure.
Can you?
This man
This
has been just
this
finding
man,
treasure.
it's just like, oops, I stumbled into about a K of gold. Whoops, such a klutz.
Seriously.
Can you tell me about the sun disk again?
It has the symbol of Lathander on it. It's 750 gold. If you're wondering for the gold value.
All right.
And potion of superior healing.
Got it.
Jesus.
And
Jeez.
the abbot steps forward and he says, I need to gather parts. Parts is what I need.
That will
Restart,
not go over
rebuild.
well with the people of Krezk, Abbot.
It is
Abbot.
okay because it's for their own good.
Abbott, they will burn this place to the ground.
Mage armor.
Yeah, okay, so go ahead and cast mage armor.
Done.
Okay, let me check some things.
So don't forget.
Abbott, you go through this. They will sack this place. Your flock will be killed. Every person you hear you're trying to protect will be in danger. This is
Hey.
not worth it.
And he says, oh. And he puts a hand on your shoulder, Gwen. Dear child, I've not been protecting them from the people of Krezk. I've been protecting the people of Krezk from them.
Yes, that checks out.
Nevertheless,
Now
keep
run along. Also, I'll let Belgor, because he's a man, you'd be able to pick this out specifically and kind of decipher it from like other religious stuff. Roll me an insight.
Okay.
This has nothing to do with Lathander. He's been driven to insanity. He's far gone. Far gone. Keep in mind, this is only Belagor. But this is kind of a realization you're having with it, with, everything in mind.
Group, can we have a huddle?
What?
Yes. But
Sure.
when the abbot says to run along, I must urge you, comrades. These remind me of time. My grandmother told me to run along, and she lived on farm with many dogs and some angry chickens. And you see, when you run, you activate the hunt instinct. And I really think we should just walk very briskly out of this place. That's just my input. Putting it out there for you guys
Yes,
to.
yes. Good call, Anya.
Yeah.
All right, I've got some very terrible news to break to you all. This has nothing to do with Faith or Lathander at all. The abbot is completely over the edge insane, and I have a feeling that there's going to be a lot of bloodshed and burning tonight, and we probably shouldn't be here for it.
We can't just leave the people.
Gwendolyn just points to all the mongrel folk gathering.
Maybe
Yeah.
we should go back inside and bar the door.
This is the abbot's seat of power. There's no door here that will not answer to his command. What we need to do is we need to get out of here and warn the people of Krezk of the coming storm.
What about Cloven?
But
You do
about
still hear
what?
violin noises upstairs. Sorry, go ahead on. Yeah.
I don't think we can spare moments, Gwendolyn.
What is it you need?
He's a good soul. We can't leave him, can we? He's not fighting. He's not gathering.
Even the best of souls can be driven to atrocities by madness.
Cloven is not mad. He's
Who?
just a man playing the fiddle.
Oh,
So,
no. I thought-
reminder: Cloven is the very
Yeah.
unfortunate-looking one that's
I thought-
upstairs playing
I
violin.
thought we were talking about the abbot still.
Talking about. I mean, she also says things said about the abbot, but mostly about Cloven right now.
I will say, you also hear noises outside the abbey of creatures gathering as well. I'm just letting you know that now.
We
Um,
need
Oh, they're going to
we
butcher the
can't-
town. They're going to butcher everyone.
Yes, we can't spare any time. We have to encourage the people of Krezk to evacuate.
oh, they're going to blame us for this again, too.
Likely.
Should we at least try to slow them down or something?
What can
Strong
we do
piece,
against a force of this size?
and the abbot, and as the door slams where you all were, he says, "I encourage you all to leave now, please."
On our way. Come on, there's nothing else to be done here.
Gwendolyn just gives one last long look towards like the upstairs where Cloven was.
Excuse
Stop.
me, don't mind me, pardon. Just gonna sleep. Bye. Thank you for the hospitality.
Yes, thank you
Hope
for the
to
hospitality.
see you. Never.
Oh goodness!
I'm stuck!
You're going the wrong way.
Guys,
If you're,
the other way.
yeah, you're going the wrong way. This way.
Gwendolyn just looks at the giant gathering of monster folk and is like, "Oh,
That's we don't want to. No, hurry. Without running. Remember the
Lysander,
chickens.
Lysander, you're drunk.
Where am I? Hang on,
All right.
sorry.
So
Am I mad?
Going south. Yep,
Excuse
there you
me,
go. Follow
pardon
the road.
me.
It's lagging a lot. I don't know why.
Yeah. I was wondering if that was just me.
That's odd. Don't know why. So you're all. So okay. So we'll move you all off of the map then. Stop moving.
This was more fun though. Let us move
Nope.
all the way down.
Oh my god.
Go ahead.
Yay!
No.
Hurry now, Lysander.
Don't leave me!
he's not wearing comfortable shoes."
No, never practical.
No, always with the heel.
I feel like Lysander.
Lysander just hopped down.
Lagging! I'm just jumping at this point.
Yeah. Just, boom. I'm gonna quickly, like, as we're like, hurrying
He's
down
about
the
to go out
hill.
into the boonies. He's just like, let me get my informal gesture.
I just try to.
Have you guys been able to hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, my headset was turned to a weird setting, so I wasn't sure.
So I have to bring in the cans real quick. So talk amongst yourselves in character of what the game plan is. You're gonna have a little bit of time, but know that the time from which whatever the habit is gonna do is very, very low. So go ahead and in character talk to each other of what the next plan of action is as you're going down this mountainside. So bear back.
We are going to have to
We-
split up for sure if we want to evacuate this town in a reasonable amount of time.
We should absolutely encourage them to move to Valaki.
We'll be defending. We'll have to probably defend them, guarding them as they go. The only. Our one benefit is that we have the protection of Strahd, apparently.
I don't know
But
if that's gonna help us here.
Yeah, I don't think that'll help us, the villagers. We may have...
Lysander,
What was that best part?
what's that earth magic spell you tried to use on the hill?
Me?
Mold earth.
Yeah, what's that do again?
It can make trenches. I can excavate the ground, move about 5 feet of it at a time along, deposit it elsewhere. I can cause shapes and colors to appear on the dirt or stone, and create patterns. And then I can I can make the ground difficult terrain.
Gotcha.
I think we should slow. What?
I have one spell that can help me warn everybody in Krezk quick.
What's that?
It's called Skywrite.
You write
Oh,
in the
that's
sky?
Yes, I can make up to 10 words form the sky.
Oh.
Dude, that's really good, Gwen.
Yes, Gwen, do that. Meanwhile,
Yes.
Anya will just shout, "Run for your lives!"
Yes, that's a question. What words should I just say? Just evacuate Krezk, or anything?
Flee to Valaki.
Evacuate Krezk, flee to Vallaki.
Now,
Okay.
flee to
Belgo, can't you-
Valaki now.
Belgo, can't you send someone a message as well? Someone high up?
I can send someone a message, but Ismark's not there. The Burgomaster and his wife are dead. Who exactly would I contact?
Ew, what about that little boy in the forge?
The
Smithy?
blacksmith? Smithy? Oh, Smithy. We have to save Smithy.
No.
I can send a message to him,
Okay, so between skywriting, sending a message to Smithy, and Anya shouting, "Everybody run for your lives," what else can we do?
Should we create some sort of, I don't know, trap? I mean, these roads aren't easy going down, and if there's a lot of them, they might, might take them a bit longer. We could make it a bit harder for them.
Did you forget that the abbot's a celestial?
You told us, yes.
There's very little we can do to stop him.
But the mongrels are not celestials.
Exactly.
No, we could block their passage.
What were you
What I'm
saying,
saying.
Vesper?
I was saying, with as thin as these paths are, we could turn this into some difficult terrain, slow down the mongrels.
How do we know they'll just not jump down the cliff sides?
Based off the height they were told to be, they would not do well.
We don't know.
I can
how
create difficult terrain for an hour. It really depends. I'm not sure when they'll strike.
Well, if they jump off the side of the cliff face, they break their ankles. If they go down the path, they fall into a hole. Oopsie daisy, that buys us time.
It does, doesn't it? Well, I'll get to it then.
Everybody start digging. Pick up rocks, throw rocks, I don't know, something.
As far as the skywriting, simply telling them to run might not get across, but since you can do 10 words, maybe Abbott and monsters are coming, run for Vallaki now.
Right now.
Yeah, we could do that.
Yup.
Yup, mm-hmm. I just hope that beyond that, however, people might decide to be stubborn and stay where they are.
Yes, but
There's
at least
only
we would
so
have
much
tried.
we can do.
This is not... I wish it didn't have to be like this.
Was
Here's
one of you
hoping-
cursed or something? Every time we touch something, it goes to shit. Who was cursed among us?
It's
Gwen
Gwen.
raises her hand.
Alright, I'm back.
So we've
Obviously
decided
not
to
Vesper,
become
I
the
am
new
Luck.
abbot.
Yeah.
What was that, Vesper?
They were saying who was cursed. I said, obviously not Vesper, for I am Luck.
Fuck it, apparently.
Okay. So, we have a plan, maybe? I think so, pretty sure.
As good as any.
So what is the plan?
Step 1.
Chaos.
Yeah, step 1. Gwendolyn is gonna reach skyward, and is like a gust of wind flies by her, and she's gonna be casting. Excuse me, Skywrite.
10 words.
Yep.
Okay.
And she's gonna be saying, Abbott and mongrels coming. Flee to Vallaki immediately. That good?
Okay.
Instead of mongrels, I would suggest we say monsters, because it's not certain that the townspeople know about the mongrels.
Okay. Abbott and monsters.
Maybe throw in danger somewhere.
Okay. Danger. Abbott and monsters coming. Danger.
What if they
Abbott
can't read?
and monsters. Sorry?
What if they can't read? Can you do like a drawing or something?
Okay. Danger.
Aw.
Abbott and monsters coming. Flee to Vallaki immediately. And then for my last words, just give me a skull. A picture of a skull, an emoji of a skull.
Oh
Oh my god.
The Death Eaters are coming.
Okay, so you do that.
Yep.
What is the other part of this plan?
Belagor.
Well, I am going to use sending to directly contact Schmitty Werber Man Jansen.
Okay.
Anya is going to be banging her axes together and literally shouting as she's running, "Run for your lives!"
All right. So, like you. So, what is it you exactly say to Smitty Werber Ben Jensen?
Get out now! Rally the town! Monsters coming! Head for
You get in
Vallaki.
in response to this. You get. They have so many more hinges to make.
Fuck the hinges, Smitty!
You can make hinges in Vallaki, Smithy.
It's Smitty, but okay.
What's he saying?
He says he's got more hinges to make.
Okay, so in order, we have first Gwendolyn with the Skywrite, then you're contacting Smitty Belagor. Yanya, you're literally running around banging your axes together going, "Run for your lives!"
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm casting Mold Earth multiple times in like strategic points on the little road down from the abbey that I'm assuming the monsters are going to be using to make it difficult terrain.
Gotcha. So, is there any plan to try to like beat the abbot in open combat, or is it just purely we need to get people out, focus on that?
Get
That's
people
the
out.
idea.
The latter.
Okay, got it. So while that's happening, Vesper, what are you doing?
Vesper's going to use his speed and do the same thing Anya's doing, just run door to door and get as many people out as he can.
Can you describe what that sounds like?
It's literally a fucking dumbass running down the road, kicking open doors. Get the hell out of town! Get out or you're gonna die!
Get out of Dodge!
Or calling back from a previous life, you could be next!
No!
While holding up Ahsoka's head.
And you hear one guy. So as you're all doing this, some people are like, gathering around, if not anything, to see what the ruckus is about. You hear somebody be like, "Oh, there's writing in the sky. I can't read." And as like, they're all gathering around and stuff like that. Smitty is trying to gather people and such like that. Lysander, you're basically putting a bunch of these trenches that are around it. Hopefully that will try and slow the abbot down while they're focusing on this. And you hear somebody say, "What's all the ruckus? What's all this about monsters and death, huh?" Like, as everybody's getting, grouped up. Lysander, you're still at the base of the mountain. The rest of the party, I would assume that since you're gathering people, it's like, so if you go to the Krezk map.
I'm staying, I'm kind of sticking with,
Lysander.
Lysander, just not to make sure
Okay.
he's held low in case he gets ambushed.
Yes,
Okay.
do leave me.
Okay, so so you're. I'll say you two are like around here-ish, because that's like the best place to try and start doing trenches and all that stuff, right? Everybody else is gathering people around here after having ran. Hawk, I'm assuming you're here.
Yeah.
I would imagine Vesper and Anya kind of like split up and each of them like went this way and this way. Like they probably each took a street.
Mhm.
Would that
And
be
then Smitty
accurate,
right here in the
Vesper?
middle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got it. So, people are moving nonetheless, and somebody is like, "What's all the racket about? What's this all about death? And why is there a skull up in the sky with a bunch of squiggly lines?"
Who are they saying that to?
You,
To Anya?
all of you, like, because at this point, I'm assuming that because people are listening, like people yelling about monsters and shit like that. People are moving for sure in like this kind of place. But now that they're overall gathered near the kind of town square, they're questioning like, "What's going on? What is happening?"
Okay, so we've already ran through the town and gathered everyone. Now we're here.
Yeah, like again, it's like if you yell fire in a building or something like that. People like
Got
immediate reaction sort of thing.
Got it.
All right. Vesper would look to the crowds, and while his charisma may be the highest of the group, he's not the most tactful. So he's going to bluntly say that Abbott has gone crazy, and he's going to try to cut you into pieces to fuse you together to make the perfect female.
Oh, fucking cold it! Yeah, give me that coin over there, Bob. Yeah, coin. And you hear like a clink as the coin is exchanged.
Oh my gosh.
So we need to leave.
What? Well, but this is our home. Can't we stand and try to fight them off?
If you try to fight, you will die. You did not see the amount of force that he has to bear on against this town.
I would like to remind you all too that you didn't even want to go fight a handful of druids, but you want to fight the abbots and all of his crazy monsters? Who are
Well,
you
the
kidding?
druids were in a place that we didn't care about. This is our home.
Uh-huh. Well, not anymore. Get your shit, let's go. We're all going to die.
You can't fight a celestial being normal people.
What the hell is a celestial?
Belagor?
Yes,
A
Belagor.
near divine creature.
What?
Compared to you, the man is a god.
What?
I don't know how else.
It's a little Strahd.
Oh my god!
Oh my god.
That got him scared.
And then Smitty looks over and he says, "My workshop."
Smitty, you can do that later. Get your shit, let's go.
And he says, "Oh, okay, I'll grab the essentials." He grabs a singular smithing tool, like it's a hammer, and he drops it in a pouch and he slings it over his shoulder. Okay, got everything.
Smitty. You lovable fool.
Did I miss something? And he's looking around.
All right.
Oh.
So, who has horses? Who has wagons? Who can help bring everybody to Valaki? Is that where we're going? Valaki?
That's the safest place, yes.
Valaki, won't we be torn apart by wolves if we leave these walls?
It's
Not in numbers this great.
All will be well.
Roll me. So actually, like Vesper, Anya, and Belagor roll me history about a specific detail. Vesper 2.
he did. He got an 8.
Okay. So Belagor, Anya, you two remember the specific wordings of the letter for the invitation is that as long as you are on the road to in the direction of Castle Ravenloft, you shall not be accosted by any of the creatures of the land.
Does that extend to anybody we're traveling with, though?
You don't know. However, it's a possible assumption to make. Just saying.
Belagor brings that loophole up to the group.
It's only you three right now. Which actually, I'd like to cut over to Lysander and Gwendolyn. Lysander, you've now made several of these trenches that are like kind of surrounded around. You're really like this is probably extremely tiring for you, even though obviously you're not expending any like spell slots or anything like that. Like I would imagine this would be like super like exhausting almost.
Now, Lysander, can't you make trenches faster?
I'm going as fast as I can, Gwyn. Can't you, I don't know, talk to some rocks and make them dance or something?
Gwendolyn just looks at him like, watch your tone. I might be the one.
No such thing.
Actually, no, that's fair. You don't watch your tone. I look up to the mountain. Any movement up there at the abbey?
You notice at
I'm
the
a
very
bit
top
busy making trenches.
of one of the walls, the abbot himself is standing, and he raises a hand, and you see the gates of the abbey open, and floods of mongrel folk start running out.
Oh, okay. As soon as he sees that, Gwendolyn turns into an elk. She wild shapes into an elk. It just whoop, just like throws Lysander onto her back, and just hauls ass.
How do you knock me onto your back?
Basically, she gets her antlers.
What's
She
the
gets her
mechanics
antlers,
of that?
scoops you up, and just tosses you up behind her.
Well,
and onto
the
her back.
mechanics are: would you resist, Lysander?
I guess not. No, go for it. It's so weird.
That's the big thing for it, mechanic wise. There's only rolls associated if you would resist it. You know.
Okay, yeah, no, it is weird, but let's do it.
Yeah, so you just,
Go ahead and how would Lysander react as this happens?
Ew! What, you big dumb beast? Let me down, beastie!
and then that's when you probably see the horde.
I would say, yeah, you would see the horde as you're getting
No,
away.
no.
Oh, do you have something, Lysander?
Giddy up.
Okay, go ahead and expend a use of wild shape.
Yep.
Let's see.
Yeah, she's hauling ass down the road.
At this point, now we're coming back to the rest of the party and such like that. You notice the elk with Lysander running down the lower portion of the hill towards you all now, as people are getting things ready, trying to get horses, and some people still trying to grab stuff and such.
Lets out a blood-curdling, elk noise. Yes, but terrifying.
Looks like time is up.
And she's gonna keep making a beeline straight for the gates.
Like, run past everybody, like, fuck this, fuck this, fuck this.
Yeah. They follow the elk, follow the elk.
Is Lysander still on the elk?
That's up to you.
Cool. Yeah, I'll stay there. Free ride.
Smart.
So, what about the other party members as you see this happens? Let's see.
Anya would probably be like, okay, everybody, let's go. Time to go. Let's go. Pick up the pace. Pick up your feet. Run, run, run quickly before they get closer. You don't want to spark their prey instinct. Let's go.
All ass.
Right?
Belagor's using his light spell to illuminate the area and make it easier for the townsfolk to get about.
The trenches slow down the mongrel folk just enough for everybody to be able to get out of the city. Everybody that came out.
Oh, hell yeah!
There were a couple of people that stayed behind because they didn't believe you. And or were just too too slow on the draw. You know what I mean?
Rip.
Actually, one sec. All right. So, whatchamacallit? As the group kind of looks there, you get finally to the gatehouse that is on the outer portion of the wall, and you look back at the perhaps the last time you might ever look at the city of Krezk. The people, the refugees, slowly moving as well, not slowly. They're moving as fast as they can, but it's a group of people. It's still hard. As this happens, and you notice a strike of lightning right behind you all over this sort of arc of Krezk itself.
Nuts. Well, Gwendolyn doesn't say anything. She just makes an elk noise.
What does that sound like?
And so ends the city of Krezk, swallowed by madness.
And Smitty kind of like jaunts up, and he looks over to the group and he says, "So, never been to Vallaki. What's it like?"
Very friendly.
How do you feel about carnivals?
They're fun, I think.
No, then you're going to love Vallaki.
Great. And so you all start moving with the party. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So
Do
we're
we
gonna go
know
over
how
to
many
the
people
peril.
got like stayed behind,
Like about 10,
and how many people about are with us?
like 50 or 60.
Okay, I can live with
Some-
that.
Some of the remaining guards are trying to like have a perimeter around the group, but obviously it's like so small that it's like insignificant to a degree.
Mhm.
And roll me perception, everybody.
Don't fuck me, dice. Fuck me, dice.
Okay, so that's gonna be Vesper and Gwendolyn. You notice that as you're going by, a tree has a raven on it, and it flies off.
I nod at the raven as it flies off.
As the party, so if we go to the Barovia map, as the party moves and gets to the crossroads, you notice that there is a wagon waiting for you. And a familiar face is on it. As Davian Marnikov steps off of it.
Oh, that's an important question. Did we, when we, fled in a hurry, we made sure to take Esmeralda's horse and cart, right? Because she wanted it back.
I'd assume that you're still using it.
Okay.
Unless that's a bad assumption to make.
No, that's good assumption. Good assumption.
Davian steps off, and he looks at your entire massive group, and he says, "My birds told me of what happened. Well, from what they could see.
Yes, we did a thing.
I noticed." And he says as he's looking at all the Krezk people behind you. Yeah. And he says, "Might I make a recommendation?"
Please do.
Vallaki is going to have its own issues, if you will. Perhaps Vallaki is not the best place to bring him to. However, as the people of Krezk have sacrificed their lives in defense of my family, we can give them a place to reside at our estate. It's going to be humble and meager, but it's what
don't cry now.
it's what we have to offer.
Do you think with the proximity of the winery to Krezk that the abbot is going to stop at the gates and not continue looking for townspeople?
He gestures back in the direction of there, and he says, based off what I know, it would require him to make quite the journey. Not only that, but the abbot is not immune to the creatures of Barovia. They would be safe. You have my word.
Gwendolyn tries to like nudge the some townsfolk towards Davian. Just like trust him in a way.
Smitty is kind of looking at Anya though, like he's getting, like he's watching it get nudged, and he says, "What do you think?"
Well, I think they can be trusted, of course. However, I think you should go and do what you feel is best for you. I think the rest of us have to head to Valaki anyway. No? And she like looks at her party.
Oh God.
Davian's right, though. The winery would be the safest place for these people.
I only say this, understanding some reports that I've gotten from my son in Valaki. Some of the information that came to light from your group, in fact.
No.
We snore.
I mean, as I said, Anya trusts the Martikovs. I just cannot make decision for whole village. It's too much pressure for one person to have.
Oh, well. Smitty says, well, and that's the case, and he says, he kind of like, he looks timidly for a second, and he looks back at the group, and he says, well, I don't know about everybody else, but, I like wine.
Yes, think of it. You don't have to wait for it to be distributed. It gets made and you have access right away. That is good. Silver linings. I like it.
You hear somebody like in the group, like there's a lot of just not discontent as they saw exactly why they got moved, so there actually is not any hatred for you all.
Oh, they did see the abbot and like all the mongrels coming?
Yeah, again, they were like flooding out of the abbey as you guys were like trying to haul ass and get out of there. Lysander's trenches kept them from getting to the townspeople, and like pretty much it was a difference of like a couple of minutes and they would have been on top of y'all.
Oof. Good job, Lysander.
Yes, you may call me Lysander, hero of the Fringe, and protector of.
Does that mean Anya gets to add a few more titles too?
Oh, can't I just have this?
All right. So with that though, I'm assuming that so the plan is to just, so Davian seems cool with taking the people of Krezk, and at least for the moment, having them at the Wizards of Wine winery.
That would be much appreciated.
So are we separating from the people of Krezk then and heading to Valaki ourselves?
Party?
I would assume so.
Yep.
Let's go.
Okay.
If possible, can you send like a raven or something to Valaki just to like give us peace of mind that you and the townspeople made it back to the Martikov winery, okay?
He nods his head. That can definitely be arranged.
Oh, good.
I've been ever since the druid issue has been solved. We've actually been quite active with our messengers.
Very good.
With that, are there anything that y'all want to say to Davian, any of the Krezk people before heading out?
Yeah, Lysander asks if he's got any wine on him.
Davian says, "Go ask my son, you freeloader."
All right.
However, he says it with like kind of a crooked smile, you know.
Anya would
Like-
go talk. Oh, sorry.
Like less, fuck you, and more like, haha, whimsical old man.
Get off
But
my
go
lawn.
ahead, Anya.
Oh, Anya was gonna say that she was gonna go talk to Smitty and just say, like, Smitty, you are going to have to start over now.
Oh shit.
You are going to have to supply these good people with weapons.
He just looks around at how many people there are, even the little ones.
Yeah, I mean, it can't hurt. You don't have the walls you had in Krezk, so it's going to be on you to do the hard work and make sure you stay alive, no? And she like pats him on the back, like which would be like a normal pat for her, but probably really intense for like everybody else.
Yeah, Anya. I'll make sure to keep that.
Okay, good. Because if I find that you died, I'm going to come get your corpse, bring it back to life, and kill you myself.
Thank you. I
Yeah,
think.
just encouragement, you know? Be well.
Okay. Awesome. I'm assuming not all will be well, though.
But
See, I have jokes too. Haha.
oh my gosh.
All right, cool.
I have a question.
Go for it.
We have 3 days to get from Krezk to Valaki before we need to be meeting with Strahd Von Zarovich, right?
No, what he said is that the time to actually move is far less to Valaki because you're not having to dodge any attacks. It will only take you about a day and a half to get to Valaki, and the thing is that he said to wait there for your proper apparel, and then from there go straight to Castle Ravenloft.
Okay, but do we have 3 days in total to get from where we are to Castle Ravenloft?
Essentially.
Okay, so what's
You just have to make sure you're at Valaki at a certain point so you can get your proper attire.
What's the likelihood that we could make a detour down to this little temple that Belagor wanted to see?
Ooh.
Because that's kind of not really on the way, but kind of on the way.
That's actually a good point. Let me pull something up and let me just check a couple of things just to make sure that I have this correct and all that, which also means that you all are going to hopefully be able to see. Oh, fuck me.
Fuck you.
No. I need to check something real quick. We might need to take a 5 to 10 minute break while I make sure that everything is correctly set, as there is a new mechanic to make games much more immersive that I wanted you all to experience.
Oh.
Well, now may or may not be a good time to tell you guys that when we started the stream, the record button maybe didn't get clicked hard enough. So a good part of our beginning didn't get recorded. I
So-
apologize.
That's actually where I wanted to say, because all may not be lost in that. So you know how Twitch gives, like, as soon as you start the stream, it starts to record and it has it on for like, what is it, like 10 days, 7 days, something like that, right?
Yeah.
What you do is that you have the Streamlabs open, right? You full screen and have it in like, maximum quality, right? For it when you're watching it, and you started recording right when you start watching that, and then record that.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, I could try it.
Just an idea. Do like a test and like see how the quality comes out, and if the quality is good enough, then just go ahead, record, leave your computer alone for like a couple hours, make sure your mic's muted, and just let it go, and then we'll have our YouTube recording. I smarky him.
Yay!
Assuming it works. We'll
Otherwise,
circle back.
if I'm not, it's I'm dumb DM.
Always be smart to us.
I like crayons. Okay. Yeah, so there's something specific I need to get set up for our also take this as the opportunity for y'all to whatchamacallit, for you all to speak amongst each other about like pretty much what's all transpired. However, going to Arkenvoss is definitely a possibility, if you want to do that. However, I would like you all to cement whether you want to go there now before I make sure certain things are ready for it.
Do we know how much time it would add? Oh, that's what you're looking up, is how much time it would add on, right?
So I just looked at it. It's about an extra half-ish day.
Okay.
So that would round it up to 2. Mind you, keep in mind though, this is given that you would not be taking a long rest and you would just be straight traveling. So obviously, make sure everybody gets the benefits of a long rest now. However, say if you go to Argenvost, right, and say if you get banged up or something like that, this time frame that I'm talking about is given that you're not taking a long rest, because that's 8 hours. It's pretty much a majority of time day of travel, if that makes sense.
So, do we take a long rest or not?
Right now,
Right now,
yeah.
yes. So again, what I was saying was that Argenvost is going to be a half day added, rounding up the time from, say, if where you're at to Vallaki to 2, as opposed to a day and a half.
But
that's
once we get
given
to
that-
Vallaki, we'll probably have time to take a long rest because we'll be waiting for clothing anyway.
Correct. I'm just letting you know of the logistics of it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm in favor of the detour. I don't know what you guys want to do.
Yeah, I'm down.
I'm down for a detour.
Well, if the man who wants to go there wants to go there.
Well, I there's something that is going to be like specifically like I need to make sure is like properly set up. So I don't want to be doing it and then be like, actually, DM, we as the party decided that we don't want to do it as it is not poggers. And I'll be like, wow, great.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
I'm
what we're
worried.
taking about. So we have 3 yeses. Gwen, what do you want to do?
I'm a little worried that we might be there too long, and we might cause some you don't want to keep Strahd waiting.
So I'll remind you, the only thing that will change it to like from a 2-day, right, is if you essentially like take a long rest. So this is given that whatever you leave Argenvost with, health and HP and all and spell slot wise, is what you're gonna have until you get to Vallaki, if that makes sense.
And we're guaranteed to be left alone while traveling. So it's really whatever we encounter at Argenvost that's going to be potentially an issue. And I think we can handle that.
Okay, then I shall follow the whims of the party.
All right.
Vesper,
And
are
that-
you okay with it?
Said yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't hear you.
In that case, as a party, go ahead and discuss what pretty much just transpired. It was a lot really quick.
I think did we just destroy a town?
We didn't
Oh,
do anything.
Yeah, we didn't do that.
We just
saved the
saved a town.
I guess I'm just sad we couldn't do anything more with the habit.
We've got a crush on him or something.
No, I felt bad for him. And all the Mongol folk. Wish we could have taken clothing with us.
Sorry, take what?
Could have taken clothing with us.
Cloven.
The violinist?
Right.
Oh, Cloven.
Yes, Corbin.
I think I must have blocked that part out.
Look, I can appreciate where you're coming from, Gwendolyn, but this world is very different from the ones we come from, and it's already hard enough hiding you. We cannot hide Cloven and take pity on everybody who sided with the crazy abbot, who are now murdering the few townsfolk who decided not to listen and heed our warnings. They chose their path, and so have we.
And that's the show.
I do hate it when you're right. Actually, I don't hate it. I actually do like it when you're right, but it's just in this moment I hate it.
Eh. How many of those monsters do you think there were in total? I mean, we only saw a small handful when we were there. Where the heck were they hiding all this time?
I don't. Well, there was apparently. The abbot did mention how there were those cells that contained a lot.
But these came from outside, not inside.
Have
Maybe
some
they
sort
lived
of
in the woods.
kennels.
Kennels?
Kennels.
In the mountain?
Perhaps we were never truly as safe as we believed ourselves to be.
I do remind the building that you were in before with the records. Y'all never went down to look what was downstairs because the abbot told you not to.
For the record, Anya really wanted to. we,
Coulda,
might have,
shoulda, woulda.
we might have known Abbott was crazy way sooner.
Yeah.
Oh, we already knew the abbot was crazy. He was trying to make a woman out of body parts.
I just thought it was some kind of Lythander fetish. I didn't ask questions about Belagor's grandpa.
Oh God.
Gwendolyn looks to Belagor like, is this true?
I don't know why she keeps saying that Lythander is my grandpa. He's not my grandpa.
Does Lythander worshippers do that? Do they make people body parts? I mean,
They absolutely do not. I mean, the stricture regarding the undead is open to interpretation in certain circumstances, which at first I was willing to give it a little leeway, but now, nah.
what do we say? Back home, we used to make sew meat cloaks. Though we
I'm
usually
sorry,
used-
I don't want to know what a meat cloak is.
Oh, it didn't use people meat. It just used animal meat. You know.
I
or-
still don't want to know what a meat cloak is.
It was a cloak.
Gwendolyn, the
Made out
things
of
that
meat,
come
I'm
out of your
assuming that-
mouth that you say as if they're perfectly normal, that is what concerns me out of all of this.
Well, that was life in Victal.
It sounds like my nightmares.
What? They were festival garments, the meat cloaks.
What?
I mean it. They were used for festival. They were They were cloaks used for festivals.
Right.
Wearing the flesh of an animal is festive for you, Gwen?
You
Well,
know, in
when
the
it-
College of Payam, there used to be a woman who wore meat cloaks. I believe she was a lady. What was her name? Lady Gaga. Ah, yes.
Oh
I think
my
that's
God.
Oh my God.
Ugh.
Don't know what happened to her, but you could smell it for days.
Ugh. Maybe
Look,
she was mourning a bad romance.
Oh, yes, I've heard something about this bad romance.
Listen, I know you're affected. You don't exactly have a great poker face.
Oh my God,
Listen.
what have I done?
We all didn't just make meat cloaks. We also made elva crowns, which were made of eel.
Eel? You wore crowns made of eel, Gwendolyn?
Was I the... I was given to the church as a baby, and I still feel like I'm the only one with a normal childhood.
Hey, I had a normal childhood. I just had no parents and nobody wanted or loved me. That's normal.
Except for that bear.
This was all in worship of the mother. She looks like she's trying to. She looks conflicted for a second. She loves us.
No, Gwendolyn.
Creepy.
That is a textbook abusive relationship, I'm sorry
Yeah.
to inform you.
When thinks someone was like, did she love me?
God. Things I didn't think I was gonna end up having in my D&D game for 500, Alex.
Gwendolyn's now having a bit of a crisis. I was always a bad omen, and did she even see me? Was I even...
I don't know, Gwendolyn. How visible were you under the meat cloak?
Oh.
Gwendolyn,
Anya.
Gwendolyn looks a little hurt by that.
Oh, come now. I'm joking, Gwendolyn. We see you.
Okay.
Sometimes.
What do you
Even so,
see me
you're
as?
hiding under a hood. We see you.
And what do you see me as?
You're a
A
little
companion.
creepy, but we like you.
You like me?
Aye.
Okay.
Thanks.
So,
I appreciate that.
I am almost ready. Sorry, it's taking me a sec, everybody.
Yep. In the meantime,
What was that you said, Vesper? You said you too like Gwendolyn?
I believe I'm the only one that treats Gwendolyn like a regular person.
I treat her like a regular person.
What?
I'm definitely
mean-
the only one who has never called her creepy.
To be fair, I've never actually called her creepy. I've only said that one of the things she did was creepy. And let's be completely honest, pulling your teeth out is just not normal.
To be fair, Belagor, you did tell someone we were fighting to leave the creepy little girl alone. So you did actually call her creepy.
Did I?
Yes.
Well, I'm sorry for that, Gwen.
I distinctly remember because, well, I laughed. But I do adore you, Gwendolyn, even if you are a bit strange. But we are all from different places, so we are all strange to one another in different ways, no?
that's true. You see
There
Gwendolyn
you
looks like
go.
Gwendolyn looks like she's tearing up.
Oh, do cheer up, Gwen. It'll be fine.
Being strange is not a bad thing. It means you're unique, Gwen. There's nobody in the world like you. We cannot replace you.
I feel like I'm going to cry.
Cry over there, you know.
Are you an ugly crier, Gwen?
I don't know.
Ah.
I don't know what's the difference between pretty crying and ugly crying.
Well, pretty crying is like, oh, 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 and ugly crying is like, you see the difference?
Oh my god.
Should I cry?
No, please don't, Gwen. It will make me very uncomfortable.
In your own time, Gwen. In your own time.
Okay. Gwendolyn waits 1 minute and then she cries. But I'm going to say this right now. She makes no noise when she cries.
Oh, it's not a
Oh, God,
ugly
it's
or
so
a pretty
creepy.
cry. It's a creepy cry.
Yeah.
Awful.
Ugh. Now I know why they gave you meat cloaks.
Lysander hides behind Belagor.
I never called a meat cloak.
Oh, God.
Is this the version of I never knew my father?
I did know my father. I also saw him descend into feeble-mindedness.
Ugh.
Was there anything about your life that was happy?
Cedric. I
And
knew it.
actually, no. There's more than just Cedric. There was Eros. and she reaches down and she draws a symbol on the ground. It's the same symbol she draws when she does the spirit totem. And there was Corvi. She draws another symbol. And Cannabog. She draws a third symbol.
Anya would look over at Lysander and be like, Lysander, what do we say about the imaginary friends?
They
We see you and welcome you. Why don't you join us, friends?
You feel something brush against you as you say that, Lysander.
Oh, God.
Like they were animals, but they were my friends. Until they died.
Oh, of course they did. Oh, my God.
They stayed with me, even though they're dead.
So
I found a
you're
way to call them.
haunted. Oh, God. So when we see you hunched over talking to a rock, you're really talking to a ghost?
Maybe.
Oh. Anya has
But-
seen some shit, but Anya's never seen this shit.
I'm sorry for scaring you.
I'm not scared, Gwendolyn. I am intrigued. She says that and her face is definitely like, she's not scared. She's a little weirded out, but she's trying to
Wait,
be
hang
kind
on.
about it.
Wait, hang on.
Oh, she's not making any mention to hide that. She's just trying to be verbally kind while her face gives everything away. Then,
Goes up.
never change.
Try not to. And Anya,
Yes.
can you lean down for a second?
Oh no.
Oh
Please,
no.
please don't give me a tooth, Gwendolyn.
She reaches up, and she druid crafts a big blue flower in her hair.
Does she see the flower, or she just sees you like make something and put it in her hair?
He druid crafts it so it blooms in her hair.
Oh, so she doesn't know what you did.
It's
Okay.
just
Thank you. What did she put in my hair?
I think it's a bat.
What?
It's
It's a bat,
spider.
Anya. It's a bat.
Did
I
you see
get-
the bat?
a bat. No, it's a flower. It's a blue lily.
Ah.
You give them to people. Usually, if you don't know how to approach someone, the mother says you give these to people to ask if they want to be friends.
Okay.
You're
And I'm not very, I'm sometimes not very good with people. So and she blooms, she just quickly blooms like 5 more of these flowers. She's like, would you all be my friends?
Aww. That's sweet. Thank you. Lysander gingerly takes the flower, but you can tell he's touched. Also still freaked out.
Yeah. There's nothing creepy. For the first time forever, there's nothing creepy about this flower.
Wow.
Do the others take one?
Yeah.
Belagor takes one, but he's not sure where to put it, so he just puts it on top of his head.
Belago, I think you're supposed to eat it.
No, don't eat it, it's poisonous.
What? Too late.
Oh, God.
Vesper will just tuck his into his tunic.
The fact that you said too late.
Yeah. He'll be
Oh.
hunched over by a tree in a few hours.
I was just joking.
Go ahead.
My
What's
turn, my
up,
pocket.
Vesper?
Vesper's gonna show the sun disk to Belagor and ask him if he knows anything about it.
Vesper, where did you
Oh,
get
no.
that?
1 second, one.
What?
The abbot shit was clearly getting sideways, and it was shiny, and I wanted it.
So we are escaping for our lives, trying to, use a little bit of time of grace
No,
that
no,
the
no.
abbot gave us, and you're like, oh, let me steal from the man while we're at it.
At this
Well,
point,
if-
now we're still trying to talk him down.
You've got to give credit to Vesper. He's good at what he does.
Sticky
you stealing?
fingers.
As to what this is a sun disk of Lathander. It's a holy piece. It's also, yes, it is worth quite a bit. To the right
look at
buyer.
that.
I mean, I imagine you wouldn't be able to just hawk it to anyone. But somebody who knows what it is and has the money for it, you could make a lot of gold on that.
That is good to know.
Normally, I would chastise you for pilfering a holy site, but as you mentioned, things were not exactly well there. In fact, I'm certain that any level of consecration that Abbey once had has been defiled now.
No, nothing
back in
ever
the
good has
bag.
come of selling holy relics. I'm sorry, Vesper.
Yeah. Do you think your friends in Argynvost will appreciate it?
Likely.
What are your friends like?
Well, give me a
Wait, hang on. Can we just get back to how maybe we could bring this disc as an offering of peace with us or something for the paladins?
I mean, I imagine the only offering of peace they'll need is my presence.
Like I say,
You think so?
he's their guy. He is their man. They're what is the word? The good slice? The good cheese? No? Is that the
Well,
word?
if they
What?
don't want peace, Anya could use the disc is like frisbee and throat cut them.
That's
I'll just hold on
creative,
to
I'll
it
give
for
you
now.
that.
What, Vesper?
Vesper just tucks it to his bag on the side, like, I'll just keep it for now. Then let's
God, we're going to be
think
rich.
about
You know,
frisbees.
Bilgor, sometimes you have to get creative when it comes to weaponry. You never know what you're left with on the battlefield.
All right. 1 sec. Sorry, I was caught a little bit unprepared, but I believe I am good now. This is going to be showcasing some of the stuff that I have been working on a little bit, so hopefully you all find it fun. Okay. Is everybody ready to travel to Argynvostholt?
We are.
I'm
Or
just
rather,
taking
I
a
am.
quick bathroom break.
Argon ready.
But what'd you say, Mia?
I'll be right back. 2 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Okay then. Rip.
We'll give it a sec then. But yeah, I will move you all over to the map and such. As rain, it is rainy and stormy as you are going there. I'm just letting you know now. So we're gonna have a little bit of that, and we're also gonna have a little bit of this.
Something about this doesn't sit right with me.
Is the weather? Does this usually happen near? Does this kind of weather usually happen near temples to the Morning Lord?
You
No, but
best
I'm
let me
noticing a
take a
pattern.
lead.
I'll say this right now. That's something that's objectively false. This is not a temple to the Morning Lord. All you know this was a stronghold for the holy paladins that fought against Strahd. You don't know the specifics of like what they're for, right? All you know is that it's some form of paladin order used to utilize this spot.
So it's not a temple.
Nah. It's simply a stronghold. But there should at least be sentries outside.
Maybe they didn't want to be in the rain. Maybe that dragon's a sentry.
And once everybody's here, I'll start reading descriptions and such.
Yep.
Okay. And let me go ahead.
Do you think that dragon statue can hold a couple 100 pounds?
You're gonna
ride-
climb it, aren't you?
You're gonna
You're
ride
going to
the
bench
statue,
it.
aren't you?
You're going to bench it.
Maybe?
What do you think, Vesper?
Go for it.
Wait, is Lysander back?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Then in that case,
Yeah.
give me a second. I will read the descriptions and such like that, so you all are able to kind of have an idea of what it is.
BRB. Just kidding. I'm kidding.
I'm sorry that I took a sec, everybody. I wasn't entirely prepared to do Organ today. However, I did have a lot already done, which I am so fucking thankful for now. So as you all approach, you see, it does bring forward. As you're approaching, high above the river valley, just a quiet promontory upon which looms a spectral mansion. Its turrets capped with fairy tale clones, its towers lined with sculpted battlements. A third of the structure has collapsed, as has part of the roof, but the rest appears intact. A dark octagonal tower rises above the surrounding architecture. Out of the fog comes a distant peal of thunder, quickly accompanied by the howling of wolves in the woods below. But the house stands silent, seeming like the fossilized remains of some long-dead thing smote upon the mountainside. So I'm going to unpause and such. As you approach that dragon statue, though, it's perched atop a 10-foot wide, 10-foot high cube of granite. It's a moss-covered statue of a dragon, its wings tucked close to its body. The statue looks east toward the mansion itself.
Okay. I'm going to just climb up this little statue and ollie oop.
I take a note from Vesper's book and I kick the granite. Just dunk.
Nice.
You hurt your toe.
Can I roll an investigation if I take a look at the statue?
Sure. Go ahead and roll me investigation.
Zach, do I need to roll anything to get on top of the dragon statue and just kind of sit there like I'm riding it?
Not really. There's nothing resisting. So, okay. As for this, Lysander, roll me Arcana. Actually.
Ooh, okay. Beep, 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 beep. Can I use my inspiration?
You may. Go ahead and untick that and utilize it.
Billigur, look at me! I'm riding a dragon!
Is it? Do I do it at advantage, right?
That's what inspiration gives you.
So just shift like that.
Yep.
Oh, thank God for advantage. That's his best.
Oh no, I did investigation again. I'm sorry. Hang on.
Okay. This statue has an aura of evocation magic on it. It's dormant, but it's there within the statue itself. Other than that, it just appears to be a statue of sorts. If activated, you're pretty sure that some form of evocation magic would emanate from the mouth of the dragon itself.
Guys, I think there's something in this statue. I think it's enchanted. It's got a spell on it. From what I can tell, it's some sort of elemental or evocation magic. But I'm not 100% sure what it can do, other than the fact that I can try to activate it. That would be a bad idea, wouldn't it?
What did it do?
But I can't believe you can tell that from all the way back there.
Move your token.
I'm just teasing you.
Bellador is getting a really bad feeling about this and looks around to see if there are any signs of his order.
I will go ahead and read off the description of the whatchamacallit. Let me make sure I'm having all this. Awesome. The main entrance. Flagstone steps flanked by split railings climb to the landing in front of the pillar of tall wooden doors with rusted iron bands and knockers shaped like small dragons. Carved into the lintel above the entrance is the word Argenvost Hold.
Vesper, you said something is in its mouth? Or, I'm sorry, Lysander.
No, not in its mouth, but it's got magic in it. I think it can do something, and I think I can activate it. But it might be something potentially disastrous and quite dangerous. So perhaps I won't. Or I will.
We should all be together when we go in. I don't know what we're going to find.
Is the door locked?
Let me check.
Remember, you can left click.
I've always wanted
It's
a
not
pet
locked.
dragon. And she like hops
Bef-
off.
Before we go in, I would like to cast light
All
on my
right.
shield.
So you cast light on your shield. 1 sec.
Oh, before we go
How
in,
do I cast it without doing the AOE?
I already. So just say don't. When it gives you the option for the template, untick it.
oh, before we go in, Vespa, if I may, and she is going to Lysander look away.
Oh, I pressed my mouse wheel because that's my push to talk button. How do I
deleted
unclick it?
I already deleted
No, I mean when it brings that up, how do I get it to go away?
it. You right click.
Right
Don't
click.
left
Okay.
Before
Thank
we
you.
go in,
Cast Mage Armor.
before we go in, Vespa, come here a second. Lysander, you might want to look away.
What?
Oh, are you
Why?
giving him another tooth?
Oh, no.
Yeah, and look away.
Hand up.
Yeah, just boop, and places it in his hands.
Ugh.
She makes sure to dry. She makes sure to dry it first before she puts it in her hands. His hands.
That never. Oh, that never gets easier to watch.
Nope.
Pause
it doesn't.
Okay, so you step in. Whoever's stepping in, go ahead. You can open the other door too, by the way.
I
No.
didn't know there were two.
I refuse.
There's 2 little thingies right there, so that's how you're able to. All right, so as you step in, this room feels like a king's tomb. A grand staircase leads to the stone balconies held aloft by stone pillars and arches. A tall, faded tapestry depicting a nobleman in silver armor hangs from an iron rod above the staircase landing. 6 sets of double doors lead from this foyer. Along the walls, displayed on marble pedestals, are 3 alabaster busts of handsome men. A 4th bust and its pedestal has been knocked over, and their shattered remains lie strewn across the mosaic floor. 2 chandeliers of wrought iron hang from the ceiling like monstrous back spiders.
Something's very wrong here.
Well, at
There
least
is
we're
everyone.
out of the rain.
Where are your friends, Belligo? Shouldn't there be a little bit more, you know? She kind of makes a jazz hands gesture.
And why is it so dark?
Were you wanting to know the description of that room, Belgor, or like?
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah, I need to, I'll need pausing when actually checking these rooms out if you're wanting to actually know what's inside.
Okay,
other than
I'm going back.
So, all right, 1 sec. So hold your horses, everybody. So,
Summon horses just to hold them.
so Belagor. So basically, the rest of the party, who's right there. You see. That's that one. This wood paneled den has been ransacked. Its furnishing tossed about. A cold, dark hearth dominates the west wall between the 2 narrow windows. Standing upright against the north wall is a sarcophagus made of black wood with a queen's effigy carved into its lid.
There's just a sarcophagus in here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm terrified.
Yes. I guess I'll go check out the sarcophagus.
Hold on. Gwendolyn
This is the
going to cast.
sarcophagus, by the way.
Gwendolyn is going to cast this spell. Find traps.
I wish that you waited. I wish that you did that a little bit earlier.
Oh.
However, you're going to find this just as it's happening, which is going to give advantage to Vesper and Lysander. So, 1 second.
Ooh.
So, actually, Belagor. So, I'm going to actually move you all back a little bit because this would have happened as soon as Belagor did.
Oh.
If that makes sense.
Okay.
So, the fireplace erupts as fire spews from it, covering all this area in fire briefly, as if it's like a flame spell effect. I need all 3 of you to roll dexterity saves. However, because Gwendolyn cast that, you will get advantage because I'm assuming, Gwendolyn, you would immediately yell out to them.
She was like, fireplace! Back!
Go ahead and everybody roll with at advantage dexterity save.
I don't know why it didn't roll at advantage.
Kick the plus next to it, and it will roll at advantage.
Plus, that's good.
And Lysander?
I'm trying. Do I just shift click it again? I don't know why it's not working.
Yep.
Okay.
Remember, if you
It's
click
saving
the
throw, right?
yep, saving throw.
Ooh.
You're good. So you're gonna. Those of you who got above a 12, you're gonna take half of this damage. Vesper, unfortunately, you're taking all.
Ooh.
Oh my god!
Oh.
As this happens, the fireplace dies back down and recedes.
Oh my god.
Wait, can I use
Are you
my?
okay?
Hang on, can I use my chronal shift to let Vesper get a reroll?
Ooh. Yes.
This
Vesper,
never happened.
roll a normal one.
Okay.
A normal dexterity save, Vesper. 12 or higher. Haha!
Woo!
I wonder
Nice.
what that looks like. The kernel shift.
Um,
Well, I guess time kind of like goes a bit wonky
Reverses.
and warps around Vesper, so he could have potentially been burned first, and Lysander catches it just then, and then it kind of goes womp 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 and goes back,
Nice.
but to a better outcome.
Belagor manages to throw up his shield just in time to protect all of his exposed skin, but he still gets quite singed.
Oh,
What were you saying, Vesper?
Vesper looks to Lysander and gives him a small nod.
Lysander nods back.
you okay, Vespa?
Are you guys okay? What was that?
A trap of some sort.
I'm sorry, I should have cast the spell faster.
Oh, alright. We need to be very careful as we go through this place, because there might be more traps.
Oh, there are definitely more traps. Did I catch any other traps in 120 feet?
120 feet. Do you have to have line of sight? Let me see.
Anywhere
Yeah,
where
line of
within
sight.
line of sight,
Yep,
yeah.
you have to have line of sight, so no.
Oh.
Gwen, why
But
don't you
keep in
lead the way?
mind, this
Bye,
lasts... What's that?
Not good.
How long does this last? Oh, it's just one action. Okay.
Yep.
But, yep.
Okay. I will try. Wait, first off, how hard? Because Gwendolyn's realizing that Vesper is a bit fragile. How hard is Vesper looking?
I think it's about 2/3.
Alright,
There's
well,
missing?
I have something for this, but it will take us 10 minutes, and if you guys don't mind.
What are we trying to do exactly? Are you
Good
trying to
for
find
now.
more traps?
No, what I would like to do is use Prayer of Healing to help us get some health back in case we hit an encounter.
But-
Hmm.
And Lysander, make sure you take the 12, because you half the damage since you were successful.
Oh.
So do you guys want to take 10 minutes to heal up?
No, might not be the worst thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. 12
doing
damage.
So
Well,
you have to stay... Nope. You gotta stay right with Belagor if you're gonna have the spell go.
She is staying. However, she's gonna peek into the room and look for anything amiss. Like she's looking for a trap.
Okay. Let me first give a description of the rule. Tether velvet drapes cover the tall, slender windows that encircle this parlor. Okay, you pretty much just healed everybody up to full again. The furnishings are covered with dust and cobwebs and lie in disarray. A damaged brass chandelier hangs from the ceiling, which is covered with a faded mural that depicts metallic dragons and colorful birds flying beneath white clouds.
Anything like a trap in here?
Not from what you can see. Nope.
Gonna, wait a bit, let Belagor do his prayer of healing.
Cool. And, alright, we'll say done now.
Right, it's best we be careful. Lysander starts using his telekinetic mage hand to maybe push the door open without coming near him.
Wait, maybe we should gather small materials like pieces of furniture and throw it into the rooms to see if it sets off traps before we
Yes, I
step
can
in.
levitate them.
Also, should we do anything with this? And she points at the sarcophagus.
What do you want to do about the sarcophagus?
We open it.
Ah, Gwendolyn!
Actually, before we do that, I'm going to cast. I don't know why it did that.
One sec.
You detect
Oh,
Faye from
so-
Gwendolyn.
So, okay. First off, actually, there's something I forgot to mention.
Oh,
There's actually a little bit more flair with that fire. Not from damage. This is what you all see. So, can we kind of rewind to before you did the actual, like, health thing? You're still going to get through. This is just roleplay. Okay?
Okay.
So, as the fire erupts in the dead hearth, it assumes a draconic form. So the flame came out in the form of a dragon, essentially,
Oh,
with smoky wings. And before dissipating, the fiery dragon hisses and addresses the group. My knights have fallen into darkness. Save them if you can. Show them the light that they have lost. As the fire burns out. It appears that this was not an intended trap to try and harm you. This was something that has been dormant here for a long time.
did a fire just talk to us?
5. Maybe it did.
Indeed. Did we not hear tell of the knights and paladins rallying around a dragon?
I actually don't remember that. I believe you.
That's correct.
do I detect anything?
You do detect
what are
one
you-
thing. You detect
So-
Faye from Gwendolyn. Sorry.
Okay, cool. Not important.
Sorry.
So you do, within 30 feet of you. At this point in time, no, you do not. At the moment, because of the. But however, just know for future reference, 30 feet from you, and if I stop, know that I might be telling you about that. Okay.
Okay. Belagor's going to try and open the sarcophagus.
Oh,
Okay.
What are you
You
doing,
pop it
paladin?
open. Hold up. It is what it. So this sarcophagus, made of completely of wood, is a wine cabinet. It was gutted and open. However, unfortunately, all the glasses inside have been shattered and broken, and there's no wine left inside as it's been pilfered. But that's what appears to have been the sort of point, if that makes sense. That's what this was, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Anya's gonna come pick up some of like the fireplace stuff, like the fireplace shovel, and she's gonna like throw it into this room.
Gotcha. Nothing happens.
Okay. Well, that's potentially promising.
I'm gonna open the second door. No.
And like that, you die. Ah, no.
Yeah. That's it. Gwendolyn. Here's what Gwendolyn does. She takes the knob, opens it, pulls it open, and immediately like scrambles away. Like, "Arr!"
Okay.
Like, ah!
So as you open it up, looks like the hallway down where there's like an iron gate that's right around here. Doorway all the way at the end of the hallway right here.
Something about this hallway doesn't seem right.
We
Do
go
you
out this window.
think
Do
we
I see anything?
Lysander casts telekinetic hand. Or
So
it's
lots of
straight
people all at
Yeah.
once. So first, I heard Anya say something first. Don't worry, I'm not forgetting about the Lysander or Gwendolyn. So Gwendolyn, you don't see anything out there other than the rain, the mists, and such like that. It's just the side of the mountain.
Okay.
Anya, what were you gonna say?
She was just gonna ask the party if before we go down this ominous hallway, if we should like sweep the whole first floor first.
This is part of the first floor.
Mm-hmm.
But this looks creepy.
And Lysander, what were you wanting to do with that telekinetic hand?
Lysander uses some of that sweet candy dirt from the circus the other day,
Oh god.
and he casts his telekinetic mage hand on it and has it just slide down the floors to see if it triggers anything.
Okay, dirt is now on the floor. Nothing happens.
Cool.
Dirty the floor.
Dirt floor! Haha!
Beligor moves
And-
into the hallway.
And actually,
die.
Vesper, move yourself back right here. Vesper. What is your passive perception? You're push to talk, I think.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
16.
Passive perception? That's okay. Yeah. You notice that as that opens right here, something right here cracks a little bit. Like not cracks as in breaks, but cracks as in like almost like it opens up a little bit. Gwendolyn, you were focusing more on this room, hence why yours was not triggered.
Yep.
Do you kind of push on it?
Yes.
1 second, let me make sure that this is correct. It opens up a secret entryway into the wine stocks.
What?
Oh my.
However, Beligor, Lysander, Anya at this hallway.
What about it?
Mhm.
Are you gonna walk down it, or
We're
what you
waiting. I'm waiting for the others.
Same.
do? Okay.
Yeah.
Also,
We have learned our lesson at the Abbey.
can one of you move forward over to here so I can show off one of the effects? Or like around there. So what? This is just a cool DM thing. So before, if I had a rain effect, it would just be on all the map. But I was able to make it to where it's only on the outside. It's not raining on the inside. It's only
Nice.
raining outside
Yep.
of where you guys are. So I'm like, really, it's stupid. I know, but I'm really proud of it.
Be proud of
You
it.
should be.
Nice.
Gwendolyn's gonna turn a nozzle on a casket. Does anything come out?
Sludge.
Ew.
And actually, I'm going to describe this little.
Grabbing the sludge.
No, the room you're in. So it's 5 barrels in all this. It's a moldy storage room, and ooh. You find what appears to be the body of a dusk elf.
Is that what's causing the sludge?
No,
Oh, thank
no,
God.
Where's the body exactly?
like in between the barrels.
Is it male or female?
Male.
I just.
Is it fresh or old?
I was about to ask that. So.
Fresh in the sense that probably a week or two old.
Ugh.
Is there anything on the body of interest?
Oh God.
Go ahead and roll me investigation, Vesper.
Can I help him? Like turn the body and stuff.
Sure. Get advantage,
Advantage.
Vesper. You find what appears to be a journal. The rest is you just find a basic short bow and a dagger. And that.
Why don't every peasant we come across carry a short bow?
That's actually objectively not true.
It feels like it.
This is literally the first.
I know, but it feels like it.
Anyways, you find a journal, Vesper.
I open it and read it.
It details some of the discoveries of what he's been looking at in Argynvost, as well as talking about where his home is outside of Vallaki. Talking about Dusk Elf refuges and such like that. And how apparently they live with Vistani. It also goes over how he remembers when Argynvost was still alive. This man is apparently a couple 100 years old. 4, to be exact.
Or was.
Yeah, it was. It details how Argynvost was a silver dragon that liked to assume human forms. And Argynvost Holt is its home. In the human guys, the noble dragon led the group known as the Order of the Silver Dragon. They would help refugees. They would basically try and keep refugees who were fleeing Strahd's army from being slaughtered, and essentially use this as a place to try and be a last bastion for them. Unfortunately, Strahd's soldiers and himself slew the dragon and destroyed the order and sacked the mansion. Generally, the Vistani and the Dusk Elves avoid the mansion and believe that the ghost of Argynvost is something that still haunts this mansion, and it appears that he believes that there's a little bit of truth to that in his dying moments.
Can we identify how he died?
All it says is spectral force.
Do you mean the dragon or the dusk elf?
The Dusk Elf. That's all it says. That's how he died. The dragon died via Strahd himself and his armies.
He died by spectral Strahd.
What was that, Vesper?
Vesper will tuck the journal away into his bag and move on.
Maybe we should go through that door. He cringes like he expects it to explode.
What are they
Take risks.
doing in there?
Shouldn't we
Yes,
go
what's the
back to
hold up?
Guys, are you coming?
Meow.
Sorry, we found a journal.
And Vesper's gonna give them a brief rundown of everything the journal said.
Okay.
You mean
Belagor's
there was
just
a
quiet.
body in there?
Yeah. Oh, and as they left, she leaves a white camellia flower by the Dusk Elf body.
Okay.
Do I see anything out there?
No.
I see a rock.
Riveting.
So,
Rock in
as
my
you
world.
open up that door. Servants' quarters. Tattered brown drapes cover the windows of this circular room. Heavy curtain hangs across an archway to the south. Strewn about the floor is wreckage of half a dozen beds and other pieces of furniture.
Belagor's going to try and search the room for something.
All you see is really old, tattered uniforms with an emblem that resembles that of a silver dragon. And also, this drape is covering the way, however, you can move through it.
Mhm.
So that's not a wall, just letting you know.
Well,
And you're all inside of each other. Get out of each other, you bunch of perverts.
I love it.
Oh, fireplace.
Hold up. Hold up. Don't start moving yourself around. Give me a sec. Y'all are moving a little fast, so I gotta... So, as you step in, this kitchen has been plundered. Tables overturned. The floor is littered with rusted utensils and smashed crockery. Narrow windows flanking a hearth look out over a cemetery. So, the windows, you see a cemetery through the windows itself. And an open iron pot hangs from the hook inside the blackened fireplace. It rattles on the hook and bobs up and down as though something is inside of it. And you hear a little squeaky noise coming from it, too.
I'll look into the pot.
You see a bat,
oh,
and it flies out and starts...
Wait. Calm down. I try to calm it down. Calm down.
Roll me animal handling.
Okay, hang on. 17.
It like calms down, but goes to a corner away from you.
Yeah, we're not... I'm good. Start talking to it. We're not your enemy.
Remember,
You're
you're not
right.
going to be able to communicate as effectively unless you're using Speak with Animals.
I'm still gonna keep communicating.
Okay.
We're not predator. We're not predators.
It flaps around and such like that, and starts bouncing against one of the windows, indicating it wishes to leave.
Can you tell us why you were in there?
It does not answer. It just keeps bouncing against the window.
Lysander casts telekinetic push on the damn window.
It opens up and it flies out into the cemetery and such.
Gross.
Well, as he's out, Gwendolyn's gonna keep a distance around from the fire, the pot.
Gonna
You open the door and do you step in here?
Beligor's going to pick up one of the smashed tables and huck it into the room.
The whole table?
The whole table?
whole
Damn.
damn thing.
Yeah.
What about just the serving platter over here?
As it pings into there, having a rattle echo throughout the halls. Nothing appears to happen. And the dining hall, this is what this appears to be. So hold on, don't try to move around too much, stay where you are currently, please. A 20-foot long table with sculpted dragons for legs stands in the center of this hall. The chairs that surround the table have backs carved to resemble folded dragon wings, and several of the chairs have been overturned or smashed to pieces. Suspended above the table is a crystal chandelier that glows with a soft white light. Standing in the window alcoves are two life-size statues depicting knights with dragon-winged helmets and shields. Rainwater trickles through the cracks in the ceiling, flowing down to the west wall and adding to a large puddle that's on the floor. 5 sets of wooden doors lead to this hall. The doors in the northeast corner hang open. A pair of leaded glass door, their panes cracked and broken, stand open between the panels of stained glass set in the east wall. These panels depict silver dragons in flight. Beyond the glass door lies a dark, misty room that appears to be a chapel of sorts.
Well, you said the magic word.
Gwendolyn grabs Beligor before he tries to go further.
Too late.
Damn it.
So, because you are in no position to be able to do so because of your angling. So, I'm going to describe what this looks like. Chapel of the Morning. Cracked wooden pillars support a wooden U-shaped balcony that overhangs a stone-walled chapel. Narrow archways lead to a staircase that curl up to the balcony, and a door set into the north wall has a wooden beam barring it. At the east end of the chapel rests a stone altar flanked by iron candelabras. The altar is carved with a rising sun bas relief. Tall, arching windows set with panels of stained glass decorate the walls behind the altar. One of the windows has been shattered, covering the chapel floor with shards of colored glass, and allowing thick fog to enter and fill the room. And you see, through the fog, you see 3 armored figures spectrally kneeling before the altar. The kind of kneel they're doing is their swords are drawn and stabbed into the ground, and they have their head at the hilt.
Beligor's gonna wait for the rest of the team to catch up before he's gonna try something.
Gwendolyn's gonna right the chairs that have been knocked over.
Okay.
There's
What?
one of them broken. How are you writing that one?
She kind of
Once-
moves the ruins into where it would go.
Once everyone is caught up, Beligor would step just inside the threshold, raise his holy symbol, and call out, "Brothers of the Dawn, why do you linger in this place?"
As you do this, all 3 immediately stand up from their kneeled position, swords now no longer placed into the ground as such. The weapons of themselves twirl in their hands. They turn their eyes. You see nothing but hatred within them. Anger, vengeance, the need to try and fight. As they wield their weapons and we go into initiative.
Oh god, Beligor, you had to piss off the ghosts.
Alright, so everybody go ahead and wait. Let's see.
Oh god.
Cool. Let me go ahead.
Why is
and-
the standards always roll so high for initiative?
Because
And
I
why
have
does
a
Anya always roll
thing
so
as part of my
low?
class spread.
I am actually quite shocked that Vesper and Anya are going after Belagor. Like, you guys rolled really bad.
I keep rolling really bad every game.
So the Revenants will roll. Begin combat. Lysander, you're first. And they all
Hey.
just kind of...
I'm glad Anya moved to block the doorway from the squishies.
Yep. I'm just gonna go ahead and fireball them.
Oh, you're going fireball. All right, go for it.
Yeah, screw them.
Yep. Hey,
Don't forget that the
Oh.
pews in there are made out of wood, so maybe we could use that to our advantage.
I'm gonna make sure I don't hit Belagor, so I'm just gonna move ahead. There we
hit
go.
it right on the altar.
Oh god, there's like stairs leading up or down in the middle of the room too. I could like barely see them.
Okay, so they're gonna do saving throws. One of them fail. The other two are successful, so he takes the full.
You mean one is successful because I was 20? Oh, no, right. That's the other way.
Mm-hmm.
Ah.
He just made... The third one just made the DC.
Right, so that's your fireball.
Yep. And then that done, I'm just gonna kind of move little ways. I'm gonna use a table as cover. Can I do that?
You can move yourself in that area if you'd like. Sure.
Yeah. Kind of like crouch under it. And yeah, that's good. It's gonna move with that.
It's gonna. And so you end your turn. This one steps forward, eyes beaming with hatred as it swings its long sword at you. It makes 2 long sword attacks. 1, 2.
Oof.
Oh,
This is slashing, so do your usual subtract, 3? Belagor?
yeah, hang on.
Good.
I am at 18 health
Oh god. Out of what?
out of 39.
Oh my god.
Gwen, it's your turn.
Okay, Gwen is going to just. Oh shoot. She's gonna like hop over, try to like grab on his shoulder, try to hop over. She can get like a peek, and she just goes. She goes. She spits, and that spit turns into a flame. It turns into a fairy fire.
Okay, go ahead and place where that's gonna be.
Oh shit! I lost the spell. 1 second. I'm giving myself a spell slot block just because I have to recast it.
Mm-hmm.
Can I get all of? I can get 2 of them. Okay, that's fine.
Okay, those 2 are gonna roll. 1 saves, 1 fails.
Yeah, that one is covered in what looks like blue-green. It's like bioluminescent, like.
He's
mushroom
not asleep,
stuff.
but all attacks on this one is at advantage. And I then take away the area of effect, correct?
Yeah, I'll take it away.
Okay, go for
I
it.
can do that now. Haha.
Is that your turn?
That is my turn.
This Revenant steps forward and strikes at Belagor twice.
Oh.
Oh shit.
Oh shit.
Does that
Yeah,
make you go down,
I'm-
Belagor?
That makes me go down.
Oh my
Okay.
god.
And this one is going to step forward to Anya and take a swipe at you. However, Anya, what you do notice, it takes care not to cross this line as it attacks you. And remember, you're not raging yet.
Yep, I know.
So Belagor, give me a death save.
Yeah, that's 20. That's 20. That's 20.
That's 1 success. And that is your turn, unfortunately. Vesper, you are up.
Vesper, I'll move in. Can he move here? I don't really.
I'll be nice and say, Anya, for the purposes of this, I'm gonna move you back to here, if that, like a little back one, next to Gwendolyn. For now, I know you're you're blocking the door though. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so like right there. So go ahead.
All right, he'll move there. And on this one, rapier.
That is a miss.
And then he'll use a key point for Fury of Blows. Damn.
Also a miss. Also a miss.
Yeah. I hate to be a nitpicker, but can someone like drag me past the threshold?
Well, all
don't
actions
think
have
my
done.
strength would do that.
Yeah, to be fair, you're in full armor, Belagor, and Vesper's got an 8 in strength. So hold up. Was that your turn, Vesper?
Yep.
All right, awesome. Go ahead and end your turn. And I know you're doing the fancy. Is the feature called Rockish Destiny? Or
Yep.
yeah, something like that. All right, Anya, you are up. You see Belagor go down, and you notice the one thing I mentioned.
Belagor, no! She's gonna rage. And she's gonna call out to her party, and let them know that there seems to be like a threshold that is stopping them. And as she says that, she's gonna swing her axe.
Okay. Nice.
Is she... she's not technically near Belagor, right? That's still a space away. Or is she within grabbing distance? Because I'm kind of
Unfortunately, you used your action to do an attack, so you wouldn't be able to grab him.
You're saying my bonus action?
You already used your action and bonus action. The bonus action to rage and the attack action.
Okay. Well, then I end my turn.
All right. This revenant is going to step over to here.
I guess I'll just die then.
Not dead yet.
Don't throw in the towel yet.
Mm-hmm.
I believe the 10 misses, but the 18 hits.
It's on me.
And then Lysander, you are up.
I'm gonna... God, that's only 5 feet, eh? I was gonna use telekinetic push to pull his body towards
So
me.
what is telekinetic push? Is it an action or bonus action?
It's a bonus action.
If you sacrifice an action, I'd be willing to add a 5 feet to it. Because you're like, I'll say you're pumping it full of more telekinetic energy.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Lysander, I love you.
All right. So go ahead and describe what this looks like as Ragdoll Bellicor comes.
Yeah, Lysander kind of shrieks and goes, "Belagor!" And then just kind of like pulls him out, thud, and then gets right behind the table because he knows what Anya said, so he's aware that if he gets him past the threshold, he'll be fine.
All right. He has been moved past the threshold, but as your action, do you have a bonus action you would like to do?
I think my thing was a bonus action, so
And crying is a free action.
yeah, just crying is a free action. Yep.
All right, perfect. End your turn. This one, seeing as he cannot move in place, turns around slowly, walks back to his spot, and kneels and puts his blade in the ground. He is no longer part of initiative. Gwendolyn, you are up.
Okay. Gwendolyn, Belagor is in reach. She reaches over, pulls something over pack, places it on the wound, and she's casting Cure Wounds at 2nd level.
So it's an action to pull somebody. So are you moving them out of the way, or
That was a roleplay thing. She's not actually like moving him or anything, unfortunately.
Oh, okay. Go ahead and cast.
Okay, I said she was. Never mind. Oh, I forgot to. Damn it.
That's all right.
Yeah.
Belagor, you get 16, and you are now back up.
Yay.
Yeah, she just places in the wound and Belagor, wake up, wake up.
His eyes shoot awake and his pupils are like extremely dilated.
He just gently smacks him across on the face, like,
Why are you smacking me? I'm awake!
the Vanda's not done with you yet. Vendor's not calling you home yet. They're not crossing the threshold.
Country
Wait, you already told
roads.
us. Damn it.
Also,
You're about to say something?
it was Anya that said about the threshold, not Belgrade.
Oh. Okay. Well, yeah. Anyways, Gwendolyn is going to just stand back up and ready herself. Ending turn.
Okay. Revenant, you're gonna get 2 attacks on you, Anya. One.
Let them come. Oh.
Oh no!
I shouldn't have let them come.
It is half.
Am I taking the crit as well?
Yes.
Okay.
Ow.
I'm at 18 out of 65, so anyone that wants to also yank me backwards a little bit would be great.
All right. Belagor, you're up.
Belagor is going to cross the threshold, and he's going to pull Anya with.
All right. And so as an action, you're dragging yourself and her this
Yeah.
way. Okay, so go ahead and move yourself again. So, now question. I'm assuming nobody is intent on trying to tango with these people
Oh no.
once it gets past that threshold. Yes.
I mean, they
And
won't
Anya-
pass the threshold, right? So can our
let's
ranged keep
try 'em.
attacking?
Yep.
You don't know whether or not there is other things that will happen if you are stayed in there, but you can attempt that if you want. But keep in
No.
mind, they show that they disengage once they are no longer able to attack you.
Okay.
Just
So
leave him alone.
Is that what we're doing?
Leave him alone.
is everybody going to leave them alone?
Leave me alone.
Well, Anya's certainly not fucking going back in there. She's like 1 hit away from going down.
Then, and Vesper, you as
Yeah.
well.
No.
You sure? You sure? I mean, whoop. No.
At least she's like the
Combat comes to an end. They slowly turn around.
All right, we are taking 10 minutes for me to use a prayer of healing.
So hold up. Let me go ahead and stop that. As combat comes to an end.
Belagor.
Belagor beckons for everyone to
Yep.
group up.
Belagor.
Aye.
I don't think we're quite prepared enough to be here.
I don't think we're ready for this either. Whatever happened here, my order's no longer present.
Maybe come back another time.
Like,
Question though.
what's that?
Know what you think about me or am I down?
So you have when you were going through here, you had the detect evil and good. Yeah.
Yes.
You felt a distinct presence when you were back near the wine room. That the presence of good was directly above.
I did feel something back in the wine room above us, the presence of a good soul.
Wine room? Was that the room we were in?
Wine room, you said.
Aye. Anya, what are you at?
37 out of 65.
I could tap another, give her cure wounds.
Sorry, just real quick, Zach, while all of this is happening, I'm going to take the time to cast Detect Magic because I don't need healing.
Okay.
This is for Anya.
Okay, Anya, you get 12.
Thank you. 49 out of 65.
And I'll cast a Cure Wounds too.
Thank
And who's that on?
Anya.
Okay.
57 out of 65.
All right. With that then, the detect magic. Are you doing this as a ritual, Lysander?
Yeah. Yeah.
Got it. So could you cast it, but don't have it take a spell slot, so I can read what the effects of it are.
Mm-hmm.
If it's as a ritual, it doesn't take a spell slot anyway, does it?
That's
Yeah.
literally
He
what I
wants to
just
be able
said.
to. He wants to be able to read it.
Yes. For the duration, you sense the presence of magic within 30 feet of you. Bears magic and you learn at school. this is not necessarily a school of magic. However, you are able to identify that what this is linked to, these are revenants. These are linked to strong semblances of hate that carry through past the ether. It's literally somebody brute forcing themselves to not be dead yet because of their hatred for whatever it is. This is only something that this is most common amongst Oath of Vengeance paladins, as well as those that are of the more powerful arcane arts as they delve deep into them. However, you know that they are not the source.
Headline: Local men too angry to die.
Lysander explains this to the group. As he
Well, that makes sense given that this was a paladin stronghold. And also their reverence for the shrine of Lathander. But it doesn't explain why they attacked me.
I think they don't recognize you as an ally.
They're being fueled by hate.
Which
Gwendolyn.
room? Yes?
She's gonna walk over and like lean down and peer at Gwendolyn and be like, "Look, there's something that is bothering me. Do
What?
you remember when Anya ran ahead of the group and got attacked by the shadows, and you somehow mustered the energy to reach up and grab Anya by face and lecture her? I suspiciously noticed the lack of lecture to Belagor for doing the same thing, Gwendolyn.
It should have worked.
Are you
Yeah.
not an equal opportunist lecturer?
She makes a valid point.
Very well. She turns around and she pinches Belagor's cheeks. His face cheeks, to be precise.
His face cheeks.
His face cheeks.
I don't
I'm
want to
just
think
imagine-
about the other cheeks getting
Just walks
pinched.
up to Belagor and pinches his ass. Oh there, getting a little too friendly.
Grab him the cheek, pulls him down. Maybe don't do that again.
Anya
It
just
should
crosses
have
her
worked.
arms over her chest and smirks like, "Ha! What's fair is fair."
But yes, Belagor, the room over here, inside there, directly up, is where you felt the presence of good. So
This way,
perhaps
friends, we don't have any time to lose.
perhaps the floor up.
Oh, this room. Wait, so it'd be up here, right?
How do we get upstairs from here?
Okay, so everybody's moving super fast. Anya, go ahead and move yourself with them and stuff like that. So Vesper and Gwendolyn move south where they see the staircases that I described earlier that go to the next floor. Now, before moving up there, everybody gather at the staircase. I want you all to see this mechanic, and I want you all to tell the DM how proud of him you are.
We're always proud of you.
You're not my real dad. You can't make me.
So I'm assuming the way you're wanting to go is this way up, correct?
Yeah.
Gwendolyn, go ahead and move yourself to this space right here. Now, everybody do the same as Gwendolyn.
So cool!
Oh!
So now, as you all are able to do this, you are all able to move to parts of the map that I have specifically designated as stairs
stuff.
on your own. And if you pause, notice how Lysander is still down there.
Sorry.
And grayed out. No. That's actually beautiful. So what they were able to do is they could see a grayed out version of your token down there because it was a different level.
Question: this room right here is the one on the ground floor, right? This
No,
the
other one.
upstairs of that one. This one right here.
Correct. So I need y'all to be a little bit so.
Watch out for traps, Belagor, watch out for traps.
Everybody group up.
I will look at you for real. If you
I don't know what we'll find in here.
Well, you said you found good, right? What is good?
As you open the door, immediately you're dragged in, Belagor, and a hammer is pressed up to your face, and you hear a familiar voice. I will fucking take your head off if you try it. Oh, it's Belagor. Oh,
Drake, you big bastard!
the fuck? You're fucking alive! And
Oh,
he's
you're
just back.
alive!
And
When-
I'm going to reveal all of the paladins and clerics that are in this room. And he backs up. And you notice all three of them look battered and a little bit like worse for wear, but nonetheless they are alive. And he says, "Oh my God, by the morning lord's heart! Ha! I thought that you had died, lad."
Well, to be fair, it was a likely scenario.
Oh, glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. I see you made some friends over along the way. Not
did.
exactly something I'd anticipate in these lands, but fuck it, I won't say no to it.
Hello.
His
Hello,
good
paladin.
cheer suddenly sours a little bit. I found Gabriel on the road. He'd been slain.
Fuck. Aye.
Can we come in?
And he says, yeah, all of you get in now! Now! Right now! And now, as you all move in, if you all want to take a look at the journal notes, I have the Ardent Dawn members as its own little folder, and inside are the 3 members of this holy order that you see in the room with you right now.
Okay, but like, why are they all good looking?
I know.
Looks like Belagor unfortunately was hit with the ugly stick. I don't know.
No. Belagor just gives Dill vibes.
Oh
Oh,
boy.
they're all so hot. Lysander's obviously losing it.
Like you see, like Andric looks over at Lysander. Is your friend fine? Is this one alright? They hit the head
He's
or something?
fine. He's just very gay.
Oh, that it.
Hello.
And so he says, and he looks over at you, Vesper. Oi, close the door. And he says, it was a shit show from the start, Belagor. And you hear Nicholas say, yes, it was, well, I wish that I had the sort of, well, wordy fluence that Arthurdane has. Complete shitstorm beyond all measure. Yes, that was it.
I like these guys.
And he says, the idea was that we thought that, because we heard stories about warriors that still rise to fight Strahd that gathered here all the time. Didn't think that it meant in this particular way, but that shows what I knew about Barovia.
Did you 3 run into the revenants downstairs as well?
Oh, so you met them?
I was
Yeah.
fairly certain they were just specters.
They're more than that. The revenants, lad.
Well, we
Like
know that now.
stories, those who refuse to die to complete a grudge.
Well, I believe that it was Lysander that found that out, but yeah.
Yes, indeed. What have you uncovered about this force of hatred that animates these specters?
And he says, and Andric kind of like sighs and says, well, what we've learned so far is that, well, as you already know, the entire reason of their being here is because of the pure hatred that they have. It's deep within it. However, they themselves are not the driving force. We've been trying to go around and find records. Yes, and Nicholas raises his hand and he says, records, actually. And he hops over and he pulls out a book. I found this. It's almost like a history book. A man named Vladimir was kind of the like right-handed man of Argynvost himself. And every time I've said that name near a specter, I could swear I see some sort of, viral reaction. And then you hear Arthurdane pipe off with, yeah, viral reaction in that they want to cut your head off, but that's if you stand in the room next to them.
Or in Belagor's case, you charge right on in.
Andric just laughs, and he goes, that sounds like Belagor.
That does sound like me.
And he goes over and he gives you a big ass hug, Belagor, lifting
just
you up.
squeezes back.
Wasn't
And
it?
It's good to see you 3 again.
Likewise. What's up, Gwen?
I say Gwennon looks very happy seeing Belagor reunite with his comrades.
And then Andric looks over, Arthur Dane himself looks over at Anya and goes, "Where's she made?
Excuse me?
Women where we are from are not that tall. Where you come from?"
Where'd you go?
I mean, if you must know,
Do it
I
again.
am Anya Lioncrest, also known as the Lioness. I am the former first sergeant of the King's Lions Regiment of Palovia, which is a very strong kingdom. And, I was honorably discharged for a minor injury. And now I am a mercenary looking for this little brat somewhere in Barovia. But that's neither here nor there. But, I have very interesting genetics, if you will.
I noticed.
My name is Gwendolyn Fawn. She pulls back her hood.
For some reason, even though they wouldn't have done this, right? But part of me wanted to be like, a demon, and then hammer right to your head. But no, I'm kidding. That does not happen.
I'm from Victal. I'm also looking for a friend named Cedric.
What's it look like?
Do you want me to give like a full... She can give a very detailed...
Just say you describe Cedric.
I describe Cedric.
I don't need the paragraph you sent me.
Okay.
And
I
then he
cast
goes,
exposition at first level.
Andric kind of scratches the back of his head. Nicholas says, well, we did go by the village of Barovia, and someone did resemble that.
She whips around and just looks at Nicholas like, in Barovia? The village of Barovia?
Yes,
It's fade into his personal space.
Okay, hi?
Yeah, you
Gwendolyn! Anya would come and, pick her up and kind of back her up a little bit. Like, you can still hear the man from over here.
Speaking of villages, don't go to Krezk. There's nothing left.
He's alive. Oh, thank mother, he's alive.
And he goes,
When was this? When were you last there? Sorry, I have a lot of thoughts. Big things.
Big things.
and then Arthur Dane says, yes, all touching, reunion, all that good stuff. However, that does not help our current plight. And Andric says, as a few times as it happens, I have to agree with Arthur Dane on this. And he looks over at Belagor and he says, and from what I heard from you, Gabriel's dead, aye?
I found his body on the road, made sure to consecrate the site and give him a proper burial.
As always. That means that the only members of the Ardent Dawn that have made it, and he looks around at the room, are those of us in this very room.
That's about the right of it.
At the moment, we've had a little bit of fatigue. And he gestures, and you actually notice that Nicholas has been walking with a limp this entire time. He has a massive tourniquet, well, not tourniquet, like a bandage on his leg. It's like, and it's kind of seeping through some of the blood there. Arthur Dane has like a gash on his chest, and he says, we were battered a little bit. However, and he looks at your group. He looks at Vesper, and he says, and he kind of points to you with his hammer, and he says, now, not to sound like an arsehole, I haven't heard you say a word this entire time.
He does that.
Speak when need arises.
Well, I recommend doing that quicker rather than slower.
Brothers, you're all injured. Gather around me and I'll heal you.
He holds his hand out and he says, not quite yet, Belagor. we need to discuss some things first. And I think he looks around at the entire party. Do you vouch for these individuals that you've chosen to travel with?
As he says
Everyone-
that, Anya's gonna jump on the bed and make herself comfy, like, even though it's gross, but you see her kind of like bouncing up and down, like testing the mattress. So you just hear like squeaky, squeaky, squeaky.
As he's asking Pelagor to vouch for that.
Yeah.
Every one of these people has saved my life at one point or another. I'll vouch for them.
And more recently than others.
Indeed.
Arthur Dane says, I can trust them not to stab me in the back. I guess that will do for now.
Oh, they won't stab you in the back. They're more of a stab you in the front type, especially Anya.
She just
Charming.
like looks at him and gives him like a really big smirk.
How charming. And Nicholas says, well, I mean, I guess, you know, the more the merrier, right? We'll be able to find out what the true way to defeat Strahd is. And Andric says, exactly my point. So, I think that we got something here in Argonvost. Now, I won't lie to you. Some spirits are roaming around Argonvost, and we've dealt with some of them. However, the 3 revenants that are down there are of a different caliber, you see. Those, don't fuck with them, don't get in the room with them, don't fight them. We tried, and well, it went about as well for us as it did for you, it seems. However, the others that are more like phantoms of sorts are more manageable, I guess is the word for it. Now, I don't know if, well, and he kind of runs, and like you see, like he just seems a little bit troubled. Roll me insight, Belgor. He's trying to hide the fact that he's sad about Gabriel dying.
Belagor understands that feeling, and he's not going to press it. You know, he's gonna let Andric deal with that in his own way.
So
He just lays a comforting hand on his shoulder and nods to let him know he understands.
he nods back. So as for this dragon of Argonvost,
We saw him.
there's what?
Well, these 3, she points to Vesper, Lysander, and Belagor, went into a room too quick, and the fireplace exploded. But it exploded into a dragon who basically said, "My people, my knights have fallen to darkness. Free them if you can."
Interesting. Not exactly something I'd reckon happened just randomly. That's. Then he kind of just scratches his chin. He's very, that kind of like has him thinking a little bit more. And he says, "Well, the floor above us, I saw a table, and on that table was what I could have sworn was they looked like other paladins, almost like revenants of themselves that were down there, but they were different. When we stepped in the room, they regarded us. They talked to us a little bit. We were wounded, so we didn't stick around, but I don't know. I don't know if the ones down there are different from the ones that are on the floor above us. And frankly, I don't exactly trust most of it. And there was a room up there too, with a large imposing one sitting in his little, what looked like a throne. I don't know how else to describe it.
What'd you say was the leader? Victor?
What? No. The leader is Argonvost. Person that I'm pretty sure is, well,
That's what I
You
mean, the
know-
second hand.
oh,
Vladimir.
and
Vladimir.
Nicholas says, yes, I read one of the books I saw, Vladimir Horngard.
God. Sorry. That name took me by surprise.
Yes, his name is Vladimir Horngard, and one of the knights that was up there that talked to us looked like his lover.
Oh,
Yeah,
this is getting exciting.
Blink, blink. Wait, yeah, lava?
Sir Godfrey Gwillem.
I should start writing these names down. Goddamn.
He says, up there, again, I'm pretty sure you'll be able to possibly talk to them. It's a lot of information. I apologize if I'm not, well, as well spoken. And then you hear Arthur Dane speak up, and he says, just get on with it. They don't need to hear any of the sniveling.
Alright, you can snivel.
So yeah, you've been given a little bit of new information, everybody.
Maybe we should try to talk to them, or should we... To be honest, I'm not going to lie. Our plan was just a few moments ago to depart and then come back later because we felt ill, because, to be honest, the Revenants wrecked us.
And then Andric says, aye, they fucking wrecked us too. Like, terrible.
What's your plans if we leave?
And he says, need to find out a way to try and harness power from Argynvost. We know that there's something in here that can be able to empower us to fight Strahd. We're sure of it.
Well, then it seems we must investigate further.
He says, aye. And he says, I can go myself. And Nicholas says, I can go too. No. You and Arthur Dane stay back. You, because you're going to be more of a hindrance, and Arthur Dane is to keep you from dying. As I often do. Oh, shut up!
Allow me to heal you first, brothers.
Okay.
Everyone gather around.
How many more of the spell slots do you have?
Yeah, seriously.
Well, I'm going to cast it at...
Did you do
I think
a
it's
prayer
second
of
level.
healing? Did you do 2?
No, I just did 1. So I have 2 second level spell slots left.
Okay, go for it. A heal for 15. And Andric is insistent on letting them stay and hold up here while he goes with you.
I have
Yeah,
a
that's fine.
question. If you can heal up to 6 creatures, does that mean if any of us are still missing health, we benefit from that too?
Yes,
Yep.
absolutely.
Okay, just making sure.
Yes, indeed.
Anya is made whole again. Ah, Beligor. That never gets old.
Nicholas kind of goes over here and he says, do tread carefully, everybody. It's treacherous and hard. But I think that you all can make it. I mean, Andric says, oh, don't worry, I'll hold their hands.
You can hold my hand. And she like
Oh.
hops off the bed and tries to follow him out.
Oh!
Oh,
Yeah, you see Gwen's like, you know what? Even I can
Any-
just there.
And he opens the door with his warhammer.
Yeah. So looks to Nicholas and Nathradane. Stay safe, you two. If you hear screaming, run outside. Just go. Leave.
We'll just, don't worry, we'll assume it's you.
Oh, I'm actually the one who screams at least. Lysander's the one who screams.
I'm gonna need 5 minutes. I gotta take a bio break.
Okay, do we want to give 5-minute break, everybody?
sure.
All right.
Just to
Here we-
be the devil's advocate, it is 8:45.
This is
yeah.
true.
Out
So
of 9.
we're gonna make it quick. We're not getting into combat again. So just letting you all know that now. Because whatchamacallit.
Okay, anyways, bio break?
Yep.
Okay, we're back.
Unless Thorn can like hang around a little longer.
Yeah, they should.
How are you guys all liking Argynvost so far? Oh.
There's a lot of action. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you see why I had to get a lot set up. It's a really big map.
Yeah, quite the side quest, but I love it. The descriptions are so nice.
Yeah, no, I do like the detailed descriptions on this for sure. And do you like the fact that you actually are able to move up and down the levels like that?
Yeah, it's really seamless.
Awesome.
You get gold star.
Yay.
Yeah, I'm sure Thorn could stretch it a bit.
Yeah.
Not necessarily have to have the longest recap.
Back, what I miss?
Nothing yet. We're still waiting on Mead.
Okay. So I'm just going to quickly just this, if that's alright. Belagor's Ardent Dawn brothers are fine as hell, and if you hurt a hair in their heads, there will be reckoning. This is a threat from player to DM.
Oh, snap. Don't stoke the fire, Gwen.
I shouldn't. I know. I screwed it.
Forgive them, for they not know what they have doneeth.
I'm sorry. Do I hear someone in need of smiting?
No. You're delirious, Zach. Nothing was said.
Yes, I had nothing. They are fine, though. We can agree on that. I was gonna remain faithful to Cedric, but they might reconsider.
Oh boy.
I'm
God,
joking.
this
I'm
reminds me
joking.
of the time that there was one time where a character had a backstory of having a wife, right? But then I have an attractive NPC come around and says, "Hey, DM, can we retcon the whole wife thing?" In the middle of a game.
That's funny.
That's actually pretty funny.
Mustard? Mustard? Let's not be ridiculous. And don't mind, I'm moving Andric, but he's still with y'all. I just need to make sure it's working. Oop,
He's leaving us. He's dodging us.
No, he's not.
Stay, boy, stay.
Okay.
So, hello, chat. How you been?
We've been great, thank you.
Alright. Mead, are you back yet? Guess not.
Let's make predictions about what Mead's gonna say when he comes back. Is he gonna be like, "Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that." What I
Probably say
missed.
something like, sorry about the Titanic shit that I just took.
You're right.
Sorry, I just took a huge shit.
What did I miss?
He's gonna be like, "Ugh, sorry about that. I went to go to the bathroom, but there was someone in there, and I had too much ranch on my pizza, and it hit at the same time. You know what I mean? So then I had to like run to the sink."
Oh my god!
I just came back to like too much ranch on my pizza, and then I had to run to the sink.
Okay. So you're back. Let's get the ball rolling once more. So, Andric says, it was this way. This staircase leads all the way up. It's gonna be the first door to the left. Do not move to the right. That's where the scary one is. And he looks at a group. We're formidable, but let's not tempt fate, eh?
Aye.
Good. Let's all let's all keep our heads on our shoulders, at least for now.
Gwendolyn
And
goes
if you
to
step directly in, it will teleport. So as soon as you do one movement in, it goes in. So go ahead and move. What were you gonna say, Gwendolyn?
Oh, Gwendolyn's gonna move like she's gonna attempt to see if she can pop her head off. Like, just as a test, like, nope, can't do that.
And don't move back. Once you move out, don't move back in, otherwise that'll go downstairs.
Yeah, I'm currently seeing nothing.
Zoom
Oh, I know.
No, I am zooming out, it's just gray.
Where do I go?
Oh.
I'm quickly refreshing.
No, I think you're fine. One sec. Hold up.
You don't have a token.
Hold up.
Okay, I'm sorry. There I am.
Yeah, okay. So this is the door that Andric points at. And as you're moving over there, he kind of goes over here, and he says, "Now again, these ones were not hostile, so these are the ones we're wanting to talk to. Okay."
Okay.
Alright. Not attack. Got it.
It's a bit hard for myself.
Yeah.
And he puts his hammer on it, a war hammer on his back. It looks actually a little bit sad that he's got to do that.
Yeah, Gwendolyn, Anya,
Yes.
axes away.
So as you step in,
They both look equally sad.
so go ahead and step on in, and it will give a description of this room.
Oh god.
Oh, what is that?
So hold up. Freaking, y'all jumping ahead.
What is it?
That's like if
So-
Voldemort and the Night King had a son. No.
So, through the dust and cobwebs, you see faded war banners adorning the walls of a spacious chamber, in the center of which stands a heavy wooden table. An iron chandelier hangs above the table, which is surrounded by 6 back chairs with wood-carved dragons atop them. Slumped in 5 chairs are skeletal humans in tattered chainmail. And you hear the corpse that is all the way over here speak. Why do the living disturb the dead? And that is going to be the first one, and then Andrew points and he says, "That's Godfrey, if the one that Nicholas is talking about." And kind of make observer, and it should be an Argynvost folder, and you'll see a full image of Sir Godfrey Gwillem.
Ooh.
We apologize for if we are disturbing you, sir. Sir Gwillem, is that the right way to address you?
My name is Sir Godfrey Gwillem.
Thank God for Gwillem. Would we ask you some questions if that is alright?
He shifts in place, and he kind of cracks his neck a little bit as he's like sitting there, and he says, "You may ask."
What's happened here? There's all your knights remain bound by a strange hatred. I don't understand it. And
It is quite simple, actually. When one fights an enemy for so long, one forgets themselves, for they are blinded by their hatred.
or, she points up, him, the Count.
Yes. Count?
Is it Baron?
Who are you talking about?
I'm talking about Strahd, but I don't want to say his name in case, that gets people like...
He is a self-proclaimed king. So Strahd Von Zarovich is how he's always brought up. It's never Baron Von Strahd, it's nothing like that. It's just Strahd Von Zarovich.
Yeah, Gwendolyn is basically specifically not trying to say his name, so he's just trying to find a way to...
Say it.
Strahd Von Zarovich, she cringes, like she expects them to get attacked. Like,
None of them attack. It is a name we know very well.
Is he the one who you fought for so long?
Of course. Also, you all are able to move freely if you wish. Just putting it out there.
Look, I believe we've been sent here to help you. We communed with what we believe to be the spirit of the dragon of Arganvast's hold. He
Arganvast.
manifested before us.
He says, "It is because the beacon of Arganvast remains unlit."
There's a beacon?
And he slowly nods his head.
And what happens if we light the beacon?
If the beacon is lit, and his face softens a little bit. It's really hard for him to express because, well, fucked up face. But he says, "We would see peace."
Oh,
Then that is our goal.
And he says, "However, us revenants," and he gestures to here, "are able and of sound mind. Brothers." And they all introduce their names. They don't have their own specific art, but they have their own names for a reason.
Roland Teray. Oh, that one's not a sir.
And he says, "Revenants are created through hatred. That hatred is mostly enthused by my late husband."
husband?
Yes.
Vladimir Horngard. I don't leave until he is at rest. And he gestures to the other four. Their reasons for not being able to be at peace are partially because of Vladimir Horngard's anger, and partially because of their own unresolved business.
Is there something we could do to help? Maybe find... I understand it's part of Horngard's doing, but is it also... Can we help with the other unresolved business?
Sorry, I didn't hear that.
Can we help with the... I don't know how we can help Horngard, but can we help with the other unresolved business?
He gestures to the four. He says, "And once you have, the beacons will be revealed, and you may light it. That way, Vladimir will find peace. And so will I."
And she points to the door in there.
Which door?
She's pointing to...
He gestures behind you. Behind that wall.
Oh!
So the wall, so behind this wall right here, you see?
Yeah, the door that just got closed.
That, and he says, "Each knight has their own reason for why they must depart, or are unable to depart. If you aid them, they shall have peace, and the spiritual energy around the beacon will be weakened, so you may light it."
Right. Gwendolyn, gonna tiptoe and try to sneakily peek around the corner. Not to like go in the room or anything, but just like see what's there, if that's alright.
Gwendolyn.
Lysander pulls her back.
Be careful.
I want to see what he looks like.
I know, but you lectured me and you lectured Beligor. Don't make us lecture you for going ahead.
Oh, I have an idea. Vespa, she can I have my tooth back? Oh yeah, Andrew's never seen this before. Can I have my tooth back?
Sure.
What
He
exactly?
looks at Beligor questioningly. What the fuck?
It's better if you don't ask.
My thoughts exactly. What are you trying to do, Gwen?
Are you gonna throw your tooth into the room?
Lass,
Yes, actually.
Oh god.
I don't mean to be rude, but that sounds fucking insane. One problem at a time.
Fine.
He gestures to the ones that are over, like, to the revenants and such that are in here. Let's find out what we can do here and then go from there. Not open up another problem for us to have to deal with at the same time.
Wise words.
He nods his head. So, do you all want me to reveal what each of these revenants has as things that are unresolved business for you to take care of? Or do you want that to be RP Campfire?
Yeah, it is getting a little late. Let's take that to RP Campfire and then pick up next session.
Well, that depends on whether or not Thorn can spare a little more time or not.
I can spare half an hour.
Haha.
Hmm.
Okay, let's go over it then.
Okay. So, Sir Robert Teray. Thanks to Strahd's invasion, Sir Robert never got to see the face of his newborn son. He wishes the characters to deliver his sole possession, the Teray family crest, to whoever is the latest direct descendants. You must trace the family line through incomplete records and hearsay starting in Valaki.
Oh god.
So that is Sir Robert Teray. And I'll have an area where we can have those notes.
Okay, thank God.
Afterwards, though. Arthund Borwin. At 15 years old, Arthund was not a knight. Instead, he was a squire who worked for the Order in hopes of being one day trained by its greatest warrior, Vladimir Horngard. Before his dreams could be realized, he was cut down in the halls of Argynvostholt by Strahd's forces.
Oof.
Oof, how does one resolve that?
We have to knight him, obviously. And fight with
Alright.
him? I don't know.
And what's the knitting process in Barovia?
Okay, so, yeah, I'll run through what all these are, and then we're gonna call a game, okay? And then I'll have to grab food, but we still stick around for our kind of after stuff, as usual. But anyways, so, characters, so he wants to go on a heroic quest, Arthur Borwin. He wants to go on a heroic quest and feel like a hero. And this can be including pretty much a bunch of little things. So if you take him with you on like a quest, right? A singular quest, that will be him fulfilled.
Huge.
So Sir Damien Hargrove. Damien was the engineer of the Order and was responsible for building and maintaining the ballistas located on the mansion's roof. His pride and joy was basically being able to make those in defense of Argynvost, but they were destroyed by Strahd's forces. And what he wants is if you can provide him with several different tools that will allow him to rebuild them. And finally, Sir Eric Norenthal. Sir Eric was a renowned hunter in his lifetime. Just before his death, he aimed to set out an expedition to hunt and kill the rock of Mount Gakis. In order to free Eric, the characters will need to accompany him on one last hunting trip up the mountain. He will help the characters navigate up the mountain all the way to the rock's nest. Keep in mind, a rock is, and he describes it as a large, large bird of prey, like massive.
Oh boy.
And those are the 4 different quests for these knights, for them to be put to rest, finally.
These all sound like very reasonable requests.
With that, though, that's game.
Huzzah!
Huzzah.
We got a lot done tonight.
Yeah. All right, and so do we want to give a small little wrap up to our stream?
Yes. Would you like me to?
Yes.
Yes. Well, thank you everyone for watching us play Curse of Strahd. Tune in next week as we continue to explore Argynvost holds. We love you guys. We thank you for your loyalty and support, and we hope to see you next week. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.